Positions or the Beasley Broadcast Group. Yeah. Now, Neil Rogers on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Okay, I was in the car about a half an hour ago listening to you. First of all, Nick Carter has more talent in his right toe than you will ever have, and he's not a pineapple head, you stupid fat faggot.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Louis Bagel, and this is Matza number 5.
All right.
Oi!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody likes to eat corned beef on rye, and I like my bagels in the toaster. But oy vey, I won't eat ham and cheese. It's really not kosher. I love some gefilte fish. A good knish. Didn't like my bliss. Yarmulkes, Florida, kasha and matzah. I eat kreplach, it's kind of like pasta. Whitefish, herring, but please no pork. Lock so big, you gotta use a knife and fork. My, oh my, it's all good, let me eat it. Potato latkes, oh boy, you can't beat it. I really loved that Hanukkah last big night.
Oh!
A little bit of Passover is alright.
Oh!
A really big bar mitzvah's what I had. I'm moving to Miami just like my dad. Rosh Hashanah, Jewish New Year. I really like a bagel with some schmear. My mother's name is Esther, my dad is Stan. I like to go and see Barbara Streisand. Oh, yeah!
10:02 at 560 WQM. What a town of phonies this is, boys. This is a town of phonies or what? Man, oh, man. I gave a sitting ovation to Danny Boy yesterday when he finally got sick and tired of those stupid questions and got up and walked out. In fact, I'd give a sitting ovation to any of the sports nerds on his radio station who finally, in desperate exasperation one day, would just get up and say the same thing. What a bunch of stupid jackass questions, and just walk out. Just walk away in disgust. Nice going, Danny Boy. Danny, talk to us about, here was one of the great games I've seen in years. Okay, so they lost the game. But it was for me to sit through an entire NFL game, even though it's at home. An entire game from kickoff to the very bitter end is like because most of them are so goddamn boring. It was scintillating. It was one of the most entertaining games I've seen in about 200 years. Well, Danny, talk to us about what it's like throwing to Tony Martin. What's it like passing gas in the middle of the third quarter when you start getting real nervous? What's it like standing there helplessly on the sidelines as the time is running out while the other team is kicking the winning field goal? And Danny says, these questions are so stupid, but of course you wouldn't know what it's like, you jackasses. And he walked out. Nice going, Danny. Oh! Stick it to him, baby. And like I said, a bunch of phonies who last week, oh, he's done, he's finished, ripping him an ass. I'll say it again. The people in this town don't deserve Dan Marino. They don't deserve anybody great because they don't appreciate him. Half of the people in this town, what have you done for me lately, like in the last 5 minutes? Now all of a sudden, after he has that great game yesterday, brings him back and almost pulls it out. Now all of a sudden he's great again. You're good, you suck, you're okay, we hate you, we love you, you just can't make up your minds. Very sad. Sorry, Danny. Sorry that they don't appreciate what that you've done for them, okay? Because they're a bunch of ungrateful bastards. Nobody knows it better than me. Oh, by the way, I want to correct something. Well, I don't know if I'm correcting or not. I just don't like giving bad information, especially about health. Remember that book by Dr. Macaulay Culkin, Kilmer, or whatever his name is? And that business about Pravachol and it's so bad for you and this and that. I don't know. Maybe it is bad for you. But Dr. Bob, whatever his name is, Dr. Dick got me back on Pravachol because my cholesterol last time about a month ago was 255 and my LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, was 190. Wait till you hear these numbers. After just 1 month, my cholesterol down from 255 to 178. Oh! And the bad cholesterol, the LDL, down from 190 to 114, which is the lowest it's been in years. And my triglycerides down from 131 to 87. Thank you, Dr. Dick Doctor. Nice going, baby. So I'm sticking with my Pravachol for the time being, and it maybe will kill me, but at least I got that cholesterol nice and low. So John Penis comes in this morning. Let me just tell you about my Backstreet Boys experience. Can I tell you about that? So anyway, I'm assuming last night I'm going to the concert at the Mac Arena. And I stay here all weekend. I could have gone out of town. I could have gone almost anywhere and got the hell out of this festering, dying sewer. But I didn't. I stayed here all just waiting for last night. So yesterday afternoon, I mosey into my room, and I go into my little box there where I got my important stuff, and here's the tickets for the concert. And they say Monday, December 6th, 7:30 at the Yenta Center, the Backstreet Boys. And I thought, oh, by the way, happy birthday to George and happy birthday to Tracy Neely. You share birthdays with Tracy Neely?
And Rodney Baltimore.
That cut thumb, and Rodney Baltimore.
And Richard Speck.
and Richard Spick.
St. Nicholas.
Yeah, yeah. So George had a good turnout, by the way, on Saturday at that place at Primeco.
Relatively speaking, of course.
I'm compared to what he usually gets, which isn't much. No, seriously, had a good turnout. There were people buying the Best of Neil. Did we sell any CDs?
Oh, yeah.
And the 2 Chainz, of course, going like Halava in Jerusalem. Really big, went over big, and we raised about $1,200 more for Center One. Nice going, guys.
Oh!
So when you call today, wish George happy birthday. Give him a big kiss. Or not. Although I understand that he's carrying a lot of very dangerous, all sorts of bacteriological things from that place he keeps hanging out. So anyway, John Penis comes in this morning and says, oh, my God, was that a great concert or what? And, of course, the newspapers, you people in the newspapers, you pseudo-intellectual assholes, nobody is ever good enough for the people in this town in the news, the critics, the reviewers. Nobody's ever good enough. Every time Luis Miguel releases a new album, the pseudo-intellectual music critics have to rip him, especially in the Herald, because they know I love Luis Miguel and he's the best in the world, and so they got to rip him. Oh, well, he's this and he's that, and his concerts are like predictable and, predictably great. And so the same with the Backstreet Boys concert. This morning, here's the Herald article by Lila Koba. Lila, I hope the bird of paradise sticks its head in your rectum and never comes out, okay? Backstreet fans agree boys are larger than life, and it goes on about Kevin did this and Nick did that, and it was et cetera and so on. But it says the group pandered so shamelessly to the audience you couldn't help but cringe. From that point on, it was all a nonstop frenzy of athletic dancing on a multi-level stage, explosions, costume changes, some more flying. But these are the antics that make it so very hard to look past the boys' veneer. Finally, everything is so overdone it becomes a caricature, which is a shame, says Lila, whatever her name is in the Herald. It's a caricature. See, instead of just sitting back and enjoying it and saying, hey, this was a lot of fun, and they really can sing, and the music was great, and whatever, instead of doing that, it's like, oh, geez, we gotta psychoanalyze the whole thing and the reaction of everybody else. And then in the Sun Sentinel, with a much bigger review, here's a couple of screaming girls on here, screaming and shrieking with their cameras. Joanna and Carly from Miami, both 18. 18, George.
Getting out of that Target demo.
Anyway, and here they've got it all, and it goes on and quoting this one and that one. Here's like 2 articles, not just one. But of course, Sean Piccolino, which means a little penis in Italian, Piccolino, writes at the end of this article that says, boys' music, the headline says, boys' music is like a light snack. Well, what's wrong with a light snack, huh? What's wrong with a light snack? Is it always got to be like a big meal?
No.
I always have to gorge on something big and gigantic?
No.
What's wrong with a little light snack? That's what I always say. It says, the boys without a doubt have an able team of pop songwriters churning out their hooks. But they are not musicians. They are ambassadors of the global monoculture that turns funk, hip-hop, pop, rock, and rap into one sweet, digestible dessert served on a very extravagant tray. One hopes the audience will grow up and learn to appreciate better fare. How do you like that? So all you people out there in the audience who don't like the music that I like, I hope you grow up someday and learn to appreciate what I like, is really what Sean Piccolino with little penis is saying. One hopes they'll grow up and learn to appreciate. And John Penis, who looks very grown up to me from our sales department, he said it was great.
Oh!
And he was begging me for the tickets for tonight's concert. And I said,
no.
Come on. He said, he stood here and begged shamelessly.
No.
And, of course, this is the guy who's always saying, oh, it's always for his daughter, you know? Like Lee J. Cobb in The Exorcist, oh, I lied. It was for me. Remember he asked for the autograph from what's her name? What was her name? Reagan's mother. Whatever her name was. Come on. What's her name?
I forget.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I lied. It was for me. And that's basically what John Penis is saying. They had fifth row seats. He said it was sensational. He said that was a show. I think he would probably go back alone and sit in both seats. He liked it. I think he's probably into 98 degrees, too. Thank God he's got that daughter for a cover. You know what I'm saying? You follow? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that's always good. So anyway, I'm going to give away my tickets for tonight because I have more important pressing things. I would love to go and see it, but sitting in the middle of 20,000 little screaming girls,
no.
I couldn't handle it. Too embarrassing even for an old queen like me. So I'm going to give them away today. Even though I said I'd never give anything away on the air, I lied. Just like Lee J. Cobb, I lied. Well, I work at this station. I should know a lot about live. 10 past 10 at 560 WQM. Like
I just want Peter Alice to know that all of those American governments on the Wonder Company, we are Chinese too. Thank you very much.
At 560 WQM. Happy Chanukah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Millennium, and all that other good stuff. Okay, so anyway, our Center 1 total is $70,755, which is disappointing, is what it is. And it's the 6th of December. We got like 25 days. We have 4 weeks to go. Last year we raised $150,000 for Center 1. Of course, last year we didn't have any OJ golf tournament. And last year we didn't also waste the first 3 weeks potching around having to send the CDs back because they were all screwed up. You know what I'm saying? And last year also we had a couple of extra major big appearances at the shopping malls that we raised several $1,000s at. But this year, has our sales department been able to do that? No. But our best of CDs and cassettes are in all the spec stores, all 17 of them, including over on the West Coast in Fort Myers. And you can call Center 1, although I don't want to get into that, but nevertheless. Well, you know, she says one thing, and I have a whole bunch of people, including at the hockey game the event, coming to me saying, I know all kinds of people that have waited and ordered the keychains, and they still haven't got them yet and getting really frustrated. But you can call Center 1 and order those at 954-563-3600, or just go to neilrogers.com, right off our website, neilrogers.com, and you can order any of the good stuff from Center 1 for our fundraiser this year, including the keychains. $70,755. All of these things make great gift ideas for the holidays, too, by the way. And usually in December is when we raise a gigantic, humongous amount. George did a great job at what was it, Primeco? Saturday, $1,720. Not bad. Here's the good news, by the way, speaking of music. And I predicted this. I told you it was just another passing fad. I mean, like real, now you see them and now you don't. By the way, how's that Mars lunar lander coming? Anybody heard from them? No. What was it, $165 million, something like that? Or is that a small number? Whatever it is. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. People are going to starve to death and freeze to death on the streets of this country this winter. Your kids, some of them in Dade County, don't have textbooks. Some of your kids aren't getting lunches at lunchtime in school in Dade County, and around the rest of the country, too, I'm sure. A lot of your kids in Broward are going to portable classrooms, into porta potties, posing as school classrooms. And we're wasting hundreds of millions of dollars, and here's all these people in NASA sitting there like this, twiddling their thumbs. Have we heard anything yet? No. Anyway, the good news is, as far as music is concerned, Latin pop crossovers go, is what it says in the Herald today. Nice going, by the way. I like the way they put into print. That was cute. PFFT. Like that. One of the year's most hyped trends appears to have run its course. Thank God! Oh! With all due respect to my good close personal friend Enrique, whom I love, but nevertheless. It says Enrique Iglesias' his first English CD on the giant Interscope label, debuts at a surprisingly low number 42 on next week's Billboard album chart. The entity is particularly disappointing considering the album had already unleashed a #1 pop single, Bailamos, this summer, enjoyed pre-release exposure on TV, and even his 1997 Spanish CD, Vivir, managed to debut in the top 40 without major label support or the crossover help, or passover help. And Iglesias isn't the only one in the crossover parade singing the blues this week. Albums by Mark Anthony. Oh, yeah, there's a guy. That Mark Anthony, you know what they say about him?
He can't sing for shit.
Right. And Jennifer Lopez have vacated the top 40. Even media darling Ricky Martin
He can't sing for shit.
failed to capitalize on the airing of his first network special as a 6-month-old eponymous English CD remains out of the top 20, thank God.
Oh!
Is that good news or what? So it was a nice run there for a little while, and it was, a big fad. But like I told you, just a fad, just a passing fancy. Just go back to recording your stuff in Espanol and pandering to the same people you always have. And, if it's good, they'll buy it, and if not, they won't. Just especially that Mark Anthony crap. I mean, give me a break. Oh,
He can't sing for shit.
God. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a good story about Center 1 for once.
Okay.
I ordered a keychain through the mail, through the internet. It took like 6 weeks to get here. But it came and there was no volume.
It took 6 weeks?
Yeah. But it came and it had no volume in it. It was very, very low.
Yeah.
So I sent it back, thinking, oh, my God, I'm never going to get it back. Got it back. Right. I got it back in 4 days.
Uh-huh.
So that's good.
And is this one better?
Oh, it's great. It's fine.
All right.
So, 3 of my friends want them, so they're going to order them. So.
Great. Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for the good news. Okay, there's a lady with some good news right off the bat today. Let's hear it. Maybe it's going to be a better week than last week, which ain't saying much. I noticed, by the way, looking at that trend, that ratings trend, that QAM basically vanished from the air in October, according to people in Arbitron. I think there needs to be investigation in Belfast, Maryland, is what there needs to be, yeah. It's one of those bogus months when the entire audience for the whole station just vanished during the month. Have you really analyzed it? Are we buying that?
No.
No. And then, of course, technically last week we had a week here that I wouldn't wish on Hitler and Martin Bormann put together, as it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I think we'll find out this morning whether the phones are working or not. Now that I'm going to give away my backs, these are front row seats. These are being scalped for $1,000 a piece, by the way, and I have a pair. And it breaks my heart not to go because I love the Backstreet Boys, as you know, but nevertheless, sitting in the middle of 20,000 screaming girls on a Monday night is just not my cup of tea, you know? George might want to go and sit in the middle of 20,000 screaming little girls.
I'll face the other way.
Especially if they're over 14 or 13, especially if they're over 12, but nevertheless, he ain't going because I'm not giving him the tickets. So what we'll do is just like we usually do when we do these on very rare occasion, we'll just do like a drawing, you know. Anybody that wants these, like for their daughter or for their, I'm sure it's not for the people in our audience, huh? Because we don't have any little girls listening to the show. They're all in school right now. They should be. I mean, these are worth $1,000 a pop. Front row. Row A, seats 9 and 10, right there in the Macarena at 7:30 tonight for the Backdoor Boys. And we'll just take, like, names and phone numbers, and then later on we'll give everybody, don't forget, give them all a number. We'll kill a couple hours with this, and you'll have to pick them up here at QAM. Because obviously the concert is tonight. Although we could put them in the mail if you want to do it that way, but I don't think so. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, toll free 877-785-6345. 877-785-6345. And only, by the way, to people who want to speak to me. We're not going to do this crap. George has already had people calling off the air. Do we play that game?
No.
No, I can't stand people that do that. People that don't want to talk to me, have nothing to say, don't want to even suck around a little bit. I think there's nothing wrong with a little sucking around, especially after what I went through here last week. And I'm going to try to avoid talking about that because I'll tell you, Friday for me was about close to, as Gladys Knight and the Pimps would say, the end of the road for me in this joint. I mean, it's just unbelievable. They just don't get it. And look at that. Now all of a sudden every line on the board is working. Well, thank God for that. That's the good news, okay? That's good. That's a good start. Is it going to last, do we think?
No.
Probably not. I think last week of all, and we've had some rocky weeks here in these last couple of years on this radio station, last week was a new low. When you just factor everything in, especially after coming back off that great high. If I do, can I say high after being in Amsterdam?
Yeah,
I can't
we knew it.
Yeah, drugs. There you go, drugs again. Okay, I admit it. Drug addict. Not. First of all, why would I deny that? Because it's legal. See, that's the thing I don't understand. It's legal. That's the irony of it. I go to Amsterdam, and allegedly I'm going there to do drugs, and yet the people that we have here are doing drugs, all of them. All of them, George. Are all smoking weed, which of course is not a drug anyway, but and hash and heroin, cocaine. And we got half of the people in the morning show out in the hallway rolling around with needles in their arms right now. Yeah, that's right. Half of the people from the morning show, Tommy, are rolling around in the hallway right now with needles in each other's arm.
They're rolling all right.
They're rolling it.
Rectum.
Yeah, with needles in each other's
Rectum.
arm. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that 5-year-old punk should go back to Cuba. Less Cubans.
Yeah, okay, great. Not talking about Cubans, sir. Are we talking about that?
No.
No. I'm going to keep my word on that, by the way. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in Fidel. Fidel says, oh, boy, you better give him back within 72 hours or I'm going to fart real bad. Yeah, that's what he said. And the wind's going to be blowing in that direction, too, and you'll smell it. Yeah, he's a real fart smeller, that Fidel. I'm not interested in talking about that. Don't you understand?
No.
That phony redneck accent? Don't care. Don't care about Cubans. Don't care about Castro. Don't care about Cuba. Don't care about Ileana Rose Layton and Rosanna Dana. Don't care about any of that crap. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm going to be the great emancipator as I try desperately to free this community from this crap, this noose around our necks. Don't want to hear about it. There's plenty of other kids all over the world that desperately need help. This kid looks pretty healthy to me. Don't look like he's going to miss any meals. He's got more goddamn attention than most of you will ever have. Front page of the newspapers. Oh, Fidel makes a big... Yeah, so what's he going to do, huh? Yeah.
He'll shake his finger.
He'll shake his finger and blow off one of those big cigars right in your puss. Yeah, one of those cohibas. He's going to stick it in your...
Rectum.
Yeah, that's right. We're shaking in our boots, Fidel. Not going to talk about it. Well, that was an interesting start. Maybe nobody wants these tickets. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. It's fine with me. 26 past 10 at 560 WQAM.
O'Neill, my queen, God.
Yeah. We dance like sissies, we sing like wussies, but we must tell you, we swear we're not gay. If you wore these outfits to class, they would kick your ass. Regardless, we swear we're not gay. We look like interior designers. We sing like a bunch of girly whiners. But we're straight. Our agent says we gotta say.
Yes.
We swear we're not gay. Our biggest fans are 12-year-old girls who think we're as cute as me. Yeah. But as they get older, they all figure out we're hiding our latency. One thing is for sure, we get manicure. We do. Wash our clothes on the delicate cycle. Want to do a session with George Michael, but today we think that we had better say we swear we're not gay. I swear we're not gay.
10:32 at 560 WQM. Here's a fax from Ron, who not a bad attempt at humor, but he's got his dates wrong. Says, greetings from northern Michigan. Did you hear about the black Japanese guy who on every 6th of December attacked Pearl Bailey? Yeah, well, that's not bad. The only problem is that it was December the 7th was the day. Well, maybe he's also got his dates mixed up, you know. Whatever you say. So John Pena says the concert last night was fantastic. It was sensational. And there's a guy like in his 30s, right? How old would you say he is? Like 35-ish?
Yeah,
thereabouts. Who allegedly has a daughter, although we've never seen her.
I saw her.
Yeah, how old is his daughter?
10, 11.
There you go.
Perfect.
See, I gave you an opening and you just ran right in.
Sorry.
Here's a lady mobile in Miami. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so upset. You're not going to go to the concert?
No.
I would love to take my daughter to the concert.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be happy to go see some good-looking guys shaking their booties and being half naked. Compared to that game that the Dolphins lost, it should, pick you right back up.
Yeah. Oh, I was ecstatic over that. I squeezed myself several times after that field goal. 53 yards, by the way.
You think I could get those tickets?
Well, no, we will put you in for the drawing. I don't know if you're going to get them or not, but we'll put your thing down.
Okay.
So then why are you upset that I'm not going? Because if I was going, then I wouldn't be giving them more.
Because you got me all excited to go. You really made it sound like it was going to be a great concert.
It is going to be great.
And you really got me into the group, and my daughter got into them.
That's right. So hang on, okay?
Okay.
And good luck. George will take your stuff. Well, she's just out of control. Yeah, it's for her daughter. Yeah, for her daughter. For your daughter. For your daughter. For your father. Your father's mustache. Just relax. How come they aren't here this time, by the way? See, when they were here last year, and they were at Power 96, and we had, who was on? Kevin and AJ were on my show. See, back in those days, they could be like anonymous. They were just sitting down in the lobby down there, and nobody was paying any attention, including me. Now I think they're a little bit more well-known, and they better probably got the limousine, schlepping them around, et cetera, and so on. In fact, what's the thing in the article where the one girl says, Nick smells like what? What was the thing? Disgusting. Quit sniffing on Nick, will you, sweetheart? She said he smelled like, yeah, here you go. Christy Jai, 17 of West Palm. All these jock sniffers, all these young girls sniffing around, just trying to get a little look and a lick. She says, at one show I went to, they came by helicopter and left by bus. You'll never know. She's among the lucky ones who once talked her way into a coveted backstage pass. As proof, she shows herself off a framed 5 by 7 inch photo of herself and Nick Carter. They look different in real life, she tells a circle of awestruck fans. Nick smelled like CoverGirl. Oh, God. Nick smells like CoverGirl. Oh, my God. I wonder what she was sniffing. We can only imagine. Peru's ombudsman slammed 2 popular television talk shows on Friday for daring audience members to do anything for money in the live program, including licking dirty armpits and lying in frogs' urine. Sounds like the Tom Green Show.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Tom Green Show, I've got bad news. Over the weekend, maybe it was just a bad day, or maybe MTV has destroyed that show like they destroy everything else they touch. Oh, was this lame? Well, in fact, what the hell was he doing? I forget what it was all about. Oh, he was out in the desert in Roswell, New Mexico with the UFO thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Not while he was out in the desert, but what he did with the people afterwards. The UFO museum people, did you leave it on after the desert stuff?
It was awful.
The desert thing was awful.
Awful.
But then the thing that he did afterwards with the UFO museum people.
I may not have made it that far.
Oh, boy. See, that was hysterical.
Yeah, but you had to go through. I mean, it was ponderous. It was terminal.
That desert thing was, yeah.
Oh.
But then he got the 2 people, like curators from the UFO museum, and he said, I got an alien, we're going to do an autopsy. And he pulled the sheet back, and there was the rubber alien.
No, I never made it that far, no.
They got upset.
At any rate, it says the 2 competing shows, Laura on America and Martiere, broadcast the controversial programs last weekend, paying participants $20 to $40 for taking up challenges that provoked an outcry from the public and politicians alike. Challenges including a woman licking the armpits and feet of a sweaty, half-naked man, 2 scantily clad women lay in a pool of frog's urine, a man dressed in feathers, and 8 bird feed. Better than eating birds. For $20, one man covered his head in cockroaches, sounding like the Tom Green Show, and another elderly man rode a tricycle around the TV studio naked apart from baby diapers. So it goes to show you.
Only $50.
Even in Lima, Peru, those schleppers will do just about anything. The programs prompted debate in the media about limits to freedom of expression. Members of Congress accused the shows of taking advantage of cash-strapped people in one of South America's poorest nations. Too bad. I bet you they got a 90 share easy. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Sure, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with lying around in a pool of cat's urine for a few minutes for 15 pesos? Here's a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello.
Yes, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Great.
Great. Listen, Neil, I called Specs Music there on East Sunrise. They were out of the best of Neil. So I know Center One is right there on East Oakland Park. I called them, and I was able to go by there and pick up the best of this year and previous years.
See?
So, you know, anybody that's in that area, they could always call Center One and just swing by.
They can just swing it on by.
And go by and get the best of on East Oakland Park. That's where I
right.
did. There you go.
Outstanding.
So, Neil, you think I could stick around for them tickets?
You're going to go see the Backstreet Boys?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on.
Have a great day. Thank you.
And by the way, we, even if you don't win, we will be giving your name out on the air. No, it's just a joke. Hold on. Just a joke. No, what's wrong with that? See, you always tell me that straight guys don't like the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
Oh. 21. What is wrong with you, man? You're so full of crap, George. Yeah! 21 before 11 at 560 WQM. Chuck
D. Hoover out the moon, man.
I'm dreaming of a white neighbor, just like the ones I used to know, where the lawns were trimmed and cars had rims. It seemed so very long ago. I'm dreaming of a white neighbor with every for sale sign I ride. May your days be merry and bright. May all your new neighbors be white.
10:43 at 560 WQAM. Jennifer Lopez insures her body for $1 billion.
Oh!
Even her ass ain't worth like what? Maybe 500,000, 20,000, and the rest of her, what? Maybe like
Only $50.
at best, at tops. Okay. She plus the fact she's probably a dyke. Oh, speaking of things like that, by the way. Oh, and I was speaking to Al Strachan, the hockey writer for the Toronto Sun and from Hockey Night in Canada, on the phone last night, and Al says Theo Ferry was not asleep in the back seat. That's what Al Strachan says. I don't know what he meant by that. But anyway, this was an interesting blurb in yesterday's Sun Sentinel. And by the way, I was at that game on Saturday night. Nice going, Trevor Kidd.
Oh!
How do you like that? Every real Panther fan knows that if it weren't for Trevor Kidd, this team would be in deep crap, man. What a game he played. We got outshot about 600-3 in that game and still wound up winning 2-1. Trevor Kidd unconscious, unbelievable. Been brilliant. That was the only thing that made it worthwhile going. But in the blurb about the hockey thing yesterday, it says the relationship between Jody Hull and Roger Nielsen is well known around the league. My good buddy Jody Hull, love you, Jody. And evidently I'm not the only one. Broadcaster Harry Neal told a funny story about Hull and how tight he is with Nielsen, playing junior for him in Peterborough, then playing for him in Florida and in Philly before being retrieved from Atlanta early this season. I heard that Flyers PR staff didn't have a recent photo of Hull, and assistant coach Wayne Cashman told him to go and ask Roger, Neal said. Roger's probably got a picture in his wallet, Cashman said. How do you like that? What does that tell you? Does that tell you something?
Uh-huh.
Poor Jody. Everybody wants Jody. Okay, the out-of-town line is open because I'm sure that in Palm Beach County nobody's going to drive all the way down here for a pair of Backstreet Boys tickets.
No.
Are they? You think they might? 877-785-6345. 877-785-6345, just in case. Here's a mobile in Pompano Beach. Hello.
Neil Gott, how
yes,
you doing?
Sir, okay.
I want to echo that first female caller's and suggest that you use those tickets yourself. I think you had some backstage passes for Enrique or for somebody about a year ago, and you were kicking yourself for 2 days afterwards for not going.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What does that mean?
Well, you're a huge fan, and they're good seats. And
that was Luis Miguel I had backstage. We were supposed to go backstage, and we never did.
Right. And
I wimped out.
Exactly. And so just suck it up and go. Have a good time. You love them, and enjoy the show.
No.
And listen, I saw an ad article in the Sun Sentinel over the weekend.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they were talking about how they were supposed to have all the classrooms computerized for our kids.
Right.
And they said the big holdup is because they're having trouble putting internet access into friggin' portable classrooms.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
It's just crazy. I mean, in effect, they're pumping
how's
money.
that Mars lunar lander doing, by the way? We heard from that yet today?
No.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. This is the second one in a row, by the way, that's down the toilet. Second one in a row. So we're talking billions of dollars for crap. And in the meantime, we got kids going to school in porta potties. And the worst part of it is that nobody cares.
And it's just going to be worse and worse years down the road.
Right.
I'd like to be on the list, please.
Hold on.
Thanks.
Hold on. Oh, that was great. First he tells me that I should go, and now he wants to be on the list. I'm sure it's for his daughter, of course. We know that.
Uh-huh.
Or his son. Oh, you people are a trip, I'll tell you. Well, at least they're being a little creative today, because otherwise, as you know, this is terminally boring. And the last thing you want to be on a Monday is boring, right?
Uh-huh.
We don't want to be boring on this goddamn show. By the way, speaking of boring, the Panther game would have been very boring except for the fact that Trevor Kidd played so great and Pavel Bure got a beautiful goal. And Scott Melleby, nice going there, Scott.
Oh.
That was a hell of a shot, baby. Nice going, sweetheart. Other than that, it was like kind of desperate. There were some exciting games over the weekend.
Dundee into the slot, looking for Oakland, who couldn't reach the puck. Knocked away by Ferris. That pass broken up, and Taverley right back in with Oakland. Dundee to the net.
All right, baby.
Oh!
They're doing it. They're kicking ass, I'll tell you that. 12 minutes before 11 at 560 WQM. Are we going to be hockey intensive?
No.
Although I had a lot of nice people come by. Oh, and wait till you hear this. We're off to a good start. Everybody around here is in a good mood. We're thinking about getting some lunch here in a little while. But wait till you hear this, George. This will ruin your birthday and the last 15 birthdays when you hear this. So I'm sitting there before the game. You know, I get there early because Rimmer likes to come down and schmooze, which he finally did. You know, he likes to be seen. Oh, there he is. There's that, what's his guy with that silly mustache? Yeah, that's him. So anyway, I'm talking to, well, you know, the usual bunch of people, and all very nice people and then finally, you know, somebody comes by, and you have the habit of reaching out because somebody reaches their hand out to shake your hand. And I take a look as I'm already shaking this person's hand. No, wait a minute. Worse.
No.
with the one that you were about to say. And here's this guy with like this misshaped face with his like nose off to one side and an ear where his where his
rectum
used to be. See, even I can't put my finger on it. No, I just like, and he says, I drove all the way down from Port St. Lucie just to see you.
Oh, no.
I looked at him. It was Greg, formerly from Boynton Beach, now from Port St. Lucie, from hunger, from hell. And I look over, and who's standing there with him?
Andy.
Andy from Hollywood. And I pulled my hand away like that, yeah. Like I had just stuck my hand into 40 pounds of elephant crap. And I just turned straight around and looked straight at, sorry to bother you. And they both kind of like slinked away. What does it take to convey the message, I don't like you guys, I can't stand you, you nauseate me, I don't want to see you, I don't want to know. And you notice how they find each other? They find each other, birds of a feather, together.
It's a gaydar kind of thing.
Yeah, that must be it. They gravitate toward each other. They probably shower together, if you ask me. God almighty. So in the midst of an otherwise very, very pleasant experience, I got to have them. And if you could see this cretin from Port St. Lucie, man, oh man. In fact, maybe the Mars lunar lander is in contact with it right now as we speak. I'm serious. Talk about out of this world. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How we doing, buddy?
Okay.
This could be a life-changing event for my nephew.
Yeah.
He
coming out?
Well, maybe.
I'm here running high, screaming my name.
Yeah.
He either wants to be a football player or a Backstreet Boy.
Or a ballet dancer, yeah.
So I got to get that football crap out of his mind. So
you can get hurt doing that.
So I'm a long-time listener, never been a freeloader, but this is a big-time event. I'm just down the street from your place, so
great.
I'd love to be on the list.
Hang on, pal.
Appreciate it.
Hang on. How do you like that? We're getting guys. I thought it would be all like, I thought it would all be for their daughters. But you know, this is the Neil Rogers show. You do know that. So God only knows what we got out there. What difference does it make? And like I said, you assholes in the newspapers, why can't you just one time say it was a lot of fun, everybody had a great time, and they did a good job, and then that's it. Instead of you got to critique and what a shame that they didn't do this, and they were pandering to their audience. Well, what should they have been doing? Pandering to the critics? Is that it, you assholes? Jesus Christ and Joseph, for Christ's sakes. These guys sell out all over the world. Amsterdam, Helsinki, from Europe, Asia, everywhere they've been. In fact, when they started this Millennium Concert Tour, as you know, within a matter of minutes, most of the concerts were sold out almost immediately. Like, I think it was 9 minutes down here. They sold 2 concerts. Originally, there was only supposed to be 1, which was the first one. And then, of course, they wound up with 2, and then it was postponed because of the storm, the hurricane. Oh, my God. By the way, how about that Jake Plummer, huh? Oh! Yeah. There's a guy that could play on my team anytime. I'm obsessed with Jake Plummer. What a game that turned out to be. Yeah, I'm starting to become football intensive again just in time for these whiners around here. Oh, gee, we lost another game. We don't have a shot. Nice going. Let me say it again. Nice going, Danny, telling those assholes. You people in the media in this town, like I've said before, especially the sports nerds, what a bunch of morons. Talk to us about picking your nose. Talk to us about, Talk to us about stupid questions, because we have an endless supply. Talk to us about throwing the ball to Tony Martin, and he's getting more exasperated, and a look on his face like, Jesus Christ, let me out of here. Poor Danny boy. I feel so bad for him. I mean, he's a multimillionaire. You know, he's got everything he could ever want, but still, he has to have the noose around his neck of having played his entire career here in this ungrateful, miserable, front-running, phony town. Of people just waiting. Every time he farts and it don't smell the right flavor. That Danny boy. He don't smell like Nick, like, what was it? CoverGirl. Yeah, he smells more like Rectum Girl. Don't worry, Danny. Most of us love you, okay, sweetheart? Here's Aventura. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
Neil, first, could I get entered for those tickets?
For the stickers?
For those tickets.
Maybe.
All right, well, let me ask you a question, Neil. Do you hear about the Herald switching editors?
Yeah, they got a new one. Martin Borman is the new guy.
Okay, what happened to that stupid Cuban that was heading it?
No, he's over him. He's above him, so to speak.
Okay, so that guy's still there.
He's on top of him, yeah.
He's still going to be ba-ba-ba-ba.
Right, that's right. That's right.
That's great.
You got it.
Okay, second of all, why is this town, like, why is the media so negative here?
Because it's a negative, miserable goddamn town. That's why.
Well, explain to me. Like, I go out, I see young people where I go out, thank God.
Right.
And it's not negative, it's a positive outflow. But then you come to the media and you come to this old fart. Where's this negativity coming from? Where does it originate?
That's a good question. It's like a chicken and the egg. It's in the soil here. It's in the sand.
I have no clue. I mean, why these people? The only thing they could write about is negative stuff. They can never have a good point and make it in a
Nobody
ever
did a good job. Nobody ever had a good time. Nobody ever enjoyed anything. All it is bitch, and criticize. That's all it is. Thank God I don't do that.
Do they think that? Yeah.
Right.
Do they think this is the way they're gonna make a name for themselves?
Yeah.
I hate Dan the Bastard and all those guys.
Okay, hold on, man.
Sure.
Put his ass on the list. By the way, I don't want to get into another racial thing here today, do I? No, I don't. But before the Panther game in Atlanta Friday night, did anybody see that national anthem rendition by that little dark-complected girl? Did anybody see that? Oh, my God. I have, in the history of my life, I mean, I've seen 75 trillion different versions of the Star-Spangled Banner, which is a bad song. It's hard to sing. It's a piece of crap. And they had this little girl on there. And then Rimmer, my close friend Rimmer, I already warned him I'm going to rip him an ass, so I don't want to disappoint him. She finally finishes, and we're saying it must have taken her 17 minutes to sing the goddamn song, and she's juking and jiving and screwing it all up and getting the lyrics wrong. And she finally finishes the damn thing, and Rimmer comes on and says, "Oh, that's Tricia Schmendrick. What a great job." Yeah, right, Rimmer. Great job. Oh. Everybody and their brother knows.
They stunk.
That's right. Who you sucking around, Rimmer? And by the way, right on the front page of our local newspaper today, singing fans establish an NFL first right here at the PP Park yesterday. 74,096 Dolphin fans raised their voices to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. They tried something new yesterday. Instead of having some Getchke come out there and do it, they had the crowd sing it. Good idea?
No.
No. But at any rate, it says, Chief Dan Flanagan of the U.S. Navy Band of Jacksonville conducted the crowd. Now, the person who wrote this in the Herald today, her name is Sarah Rose. You think she might be kin to Joe? Yeah. Little dog S. As the song, she writes this, as the song approached its conclusion, "For the Land of the Free," cheers erupted in the stands. And I read this morning. I'm sitting here reading, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with this picture? For the land of the free. And so in my mind, I'm now singing to myself the national anthem, and I get to that point where it says, or, which, by the way, little Schwarzer girl in Atlanta before the hockey game, she said, "Over the land of the free." Well, you don't say over, sweetheart. I know that it's O''ER. That's what it's an abbreviation for. You don't say over. Yeah, but that was her best thing. For the land of the free, right, Sarah Rose? Another glaring error by the Herald, who still, maybe they should have had one of the Julios interpreted for Sarah.
This is 560 QAM.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
1, 2, 3. I made it through college and averaged a C. I have a lot of money, but not much of a brain, like most of you voters who were just as lame. But I can say one thing that you can't. My daddy is an ex-president. I got money, power, and nothing to lose. I can do anything I choose. A little bit of cash is all I need to satisfy my ego and my greed. Manipulative marketing's all I use to garner votes for morons just like you. Back in school and made fun of me and laughed. I don't think I laughed that bad. Remember to vote for George Bush, and those of you who don't, you can kiss my tush. You see, what matters to me about the presidency is that it makes a nice conversation piece. I'm the king of denial, too. I have no problem lying to you. So why is it so important for you to know whether or not I did blow a little bit of cocaine up my nose, a little bit of toot, a little blow?
Oh!
When I'm elected, I'll put an end to all that. When I put up the concentration camps.
Oh, and speaking of concentration camps, by the way, what a great fax this is. What did I tell you about that Nazi, that hip boot wearing, stomping Nazi Rudy Giuliani in New York? Some New Yorkers got rid of their hostility toward Mayor Giuliani on Saturday by hurling what appeared to be elephant dung at a portrait of his face depicted as the Madonna in Washington Square Park. For almost 3 hours, about 200 New Yorkers, young and old, made a $1 donation each to homeless people. Each was given a latex glove and allowed to toss dung at it at the mayor's portrait as a protest against the police search and seizure of the apartment of a graffiti writer this week. On Wednesday, the apartment of Stephen Powers, a graffiti writer and author, was raided by police after he announced during a radio talk show his intention to stage the park protest about Giuliani's policy toward artists and the homeless. Following an attack with a brick on a woman by a man presumed to be homeless, New York City's adopted a policy of police taking homeless people to shelters. Refusal can result in an individual being arrested and jailed. Seized were Powers' books, magazines, computer discs, artwork, videotapes on Italian motorbikes, as well as his paints, brushes, and artwork, including his research on his book on graffiti, The Art of Getting Over Graffiti at the Millennium, published in July by St. Martin's Press. The police hauled away 5 30-gallon bags with years of his research, Powers' lawyer Ronald Cuba said Saturday. In my 15 years of practice, I've never seen a search warrant that allowed so much seizure of constitutionally protected material. The lawyer also said Powers was arrested on Wednesday by police and charged with criminal possession of a weapon because he had an antique set of brass knuckles on the walls of his apartment. A hearing on the case is set for January 3rd in Manhattan Criminal Court. How do you like that, huh? Card-carrying Nazi Rudy Giuliani. And, of course, we got Ken Jenney right down here trying to out-Martin Bormann him at every move, at every turn. Now, if that fact isn't depressing enough, wait till you hear the next one. Wait till you hear my reaction to the next one. My reaction is, it's from Greg in Boynton Beach in Port St. Lucie, wherever the hell he is.
He's an asshole.
Neil, thanks for the cold shoulder Saturday night. I haven't seen you in years and was looking forward to saying hello after all that time. I never did anything to you to deserve that kind of treatment. I never stole a freight train. I came all the way down from Port St. Lucie to say hi and realized you're just a bitter old man.
Yes.
Besides, you don't have any fun on the air like you did in the old days, Greg. See, if I would have said hello, if I would have been civilized and humored him for 15 seconds, then I would have been a great guy and I'd be having a lot of fun. But because I gave him the cold shoulder and I hate him like poison, and don't ever want to hear from him, much less see him again, and his close personal friend joined at the hip, asshole Andy from Hollywood.
He's an asshole.
I'm a bitter old man and a bad guy.
So why would you drive down from Port St. Lucie to shake hands with a bitter old man?
That's right. Who isn't having any fun on the air anymore? You jackass, you quisling, and by the way, hope somebody puts the pieces of your face back together again someday for your sake. Not that it's going to make much difference. Wow. Man. The people that you'd like to get close to, they run like hell. The people that you would just pray that you could get rid of, you pray. You get on your knees and pray, and they won't go away. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning. Hey, if I lived in New York, I wouldn't vote for either Hillary or Rudy Giuliani, but...
Yeah, I'd move out. I'd move to Connecticut.
Right. What happens if nobody wants to vote for either one of these? What would happen then? Would they have anybody there to sit in Moynihan?
Yeah.
No. No. Listen, other than sucking up for tickets for my niece and nephew, can you settle a small argument here for these Julios that come north on I-75? Doesn't the Sawgrass Expressway have an exit that goes right on to the NCR, whatever it is, the
sure.
National Current, right? Okay. I have a neighbor. He was going to go 575, get off on Flamengo, go around I don't know where, and I said, fine, I'll just get off on the.
Who's going on 575?
So yeah,
he's going to go to Atlanta.
Right. He says that's the directions he got. You know, going five.
What is 5? Oh, 595.
595.
No, of course not.
There's an exit right there once you pay the toll, correct?
You can go to the exit at Oakland, or you can get off on Sunrise, and there's no toll, and just go east on Sunrise Boulevard to
right.
Panther Parkway, whatever the hell that is.
Appreciate that. That settles it.
Tell him just to get off at Sunrise and go to the Shell station and hook a left, and it'll go run right to the arena.
Okay, there you go. There you go. He was arguing
cents.
with me all morning, and I said, no, let's let Neil settle it.
Don't argue with dumb Julios, man. They're hard-headed. They're hard asses.
Yeah, listen, real quick Dolphin point. These prevents, I mean, all they do is what? Prevent you from winning?
Yeah.
I mean, we let them in two plays get like 40, 50 yards they needed for that field goal.
Better team won, man. That's all I can tell you. Better team won.
I know, you're right, Neil. All right, put me on the list.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
We'll do this till about 12:30 till we're tired of it, and then we'll draw a number. Not going to give the name out on the air. We'll give the number, the winning number out on the air. Because if we give the name out on the air, then we'll have 400 people with the same name showing up here by 3 this afternoon, which we don't want to do.
No.
Because these tickets, like I'm saying, they're hot. And by the way, you assholes at the newspapers here, if these guys are so talentless and so mediocre and so much like, what does it say again? Like a light snack. How come the tickets are going for $1,000 a pop, scalping wise, huh? I wonder why. They must be really, really bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wonder how many people are buying tickets to go see these assholes from the Herald that wrote these cryptic columns. Here's a mobile in Deerfield Beach. Hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
First time, long time.
All right.
My husband and I are big fans, and he turned me into a Neely,
Uh-huh.
finally, after a long time. And we're both real big Backstreet Boys fans. And
Really?
would like to put our names
How old is your husband?
35.
35. No, I just want doing this for George's benefit because George, being the hard-ass little Cuban that he is, he refuses to accept the fact that not everybody who likes the Backstreet Boys is either a 12-year-old girl or some old fag like me.
Right.
He just doesn't get it.
Oh.
Okay, hang on, sweetheart.
Thank you.
There, and don't give her any crap either, okay? Don't be giving her a hard time, so to speak. Oh, yeah, it's only you fags, you maricones, Mr. Macho in here, huh? 9 minutes past 11 at 560 WQM with...
Suck it in and hold it.
Oh!
11:14 at 560 WQM. Here's a fax from Brian, who's buying all kinds of Center One merchandise and having a great time. It says the keychains kick ass. By the way, speaking of Center One checks, which, like I said, we got about 71 grand, so we got a long, long way to go in these last 4 weeks, or whatever it is. 4 weeks? 20, 30, 25, yeah, about 4 weeks. Not even that. Let me ask you this. You know, in previous years, we've always gotten checks, 500, 100 from various people, like around the building. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Have we gotten in? Bluff came through with a check, right, earlier? Bluff Lindsay. But what about some of the other people in the building? Have they helped us out this year?
Get off your duff.
Yeah, exactly. For those checks made out to Center One in any amount, like around the building? Some of the people here, they're making the big bucks. Have we gotten those this year?
No.
Not yet. Maybe they're just holding out till the bitter end. That might be it. Or just maybe they're... What are we getting for lunch today, by the way?
Atlantic City subs.
Oh, great. Sounds good to me. I bet you Mark Mosley's got a big one that he's going to bring in right now. And a check, too. Oh, you just gave him one of those? That's the least we can do for all the good stuff.
Oh, he'll bring his check in.
No, we don't. He'll bring a check in from Kid Scurvy. Yeah, or maybe just naked pictures of Anna Squeak, one or the other. Here's a mobile implantation. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
how you doing?
Great.
I'm your neighbor from 26th Street. I have a little boy, 7 years old, that he would love to go see the Backstreet Boys.
Really?
And I tried to get tickets, and when it first went on sale, I stayed online almost for 3 hours, and I didn't have any luck.
No, hopeless. They were sold out in 9 minutes.
I know. You think I could
You're on the list, man. You got it.
Thank you very much.
Hang on. So there's a guy who wants to take his 7-year-old boy to the concert. See, George, you're, as usual, I've been trying to tell you, I feel so sorry. I don't want to rip you on your birthday, but nevertheless.
That's all right. I'm not
check
saying
how to
nothing
make
today.
up for it. What?
I'm not saying nothing today till that check clears.
Oh, yeah, but I can make a call right now. I mean, it's George's birthday. Call up and say, happy birthday, George, even if you don't mean it. Oh, yeah, see you at the swing club, George. See you when that nice wife of yours. Oh, that wasn't his wife. Well, whoever that is. I can tell you some interesting stories that I heard about that swing club, but nevertheless. No, I mean, just nothing bad, just that some guys are very naive and they don't understand. All you straight guys out there, it's a real good day to go on Saturday night, Right? Saturday's the night to go if you're like
the only
straight.
night to go.
That's the night to go. Unless you want the old trolls, the old Julios and all the other maricones, unless you want to, like, perform acts for them that they can watch and, like, you know what I'm talking about? Do you get the, yeah, maybe not. They're a little slow on the uptake. Here's Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for making your call, sir, to 560 WQAM, your God-forbidden station for the 90s.
Neil, I got to tell you, the moment George put me on hold, you said something about no one would come all the way from Palm Beach and schlep down here to get these tickets.
Oh, I knew you would for $2,000 worth of tickets.
Speaking of scalping, could have got 100 tickets to that football game yesterday. I've never seen so many tickets on sale out there.
Really?
I could have got them half price.
I don't understand that. That was a great game.
It was a fantastic game.
It was almost like a duplicate. It was almost an absolute facsimile of the game the two teams played up in Indy.
But
same
Neil,
game.
I'm a Dolphin fan for 20 years, and I've seen these games too many times.
Yeah.
The ending. I'm calling for no other reason
than to suck around.
For
your daughter.
Tickets for my daughter, who's 10.
Your daughter's 10. Perfect.
She loves Brian.
Oh, there you go.
And I hate to admit it, I'm a beer-drinking, football-watching guy, but deep down I'm a closet fan myself.
All right. Hold on, pal. How do you like that? He's in the closet. This is going to be their next single, by the way, from the Millennium album, which I told you when the album came out that I was one ahead of myself. It's going to be the next single. It's going to be number 1/2 in about 2 seconds. What the hell do I know? You know what I'm saying? Here's Fort Myers. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Don't want tickets.
Good. Of course not. You're not coming all the way across the alley for tickets.
Although I know a couple people in this area who probably would.
I'm sure you do.
Can I change the subject for a minute?
Anything you like, pal. It's not just the ticket show.
You know how you were talking last week about that song, Back That Ass Up?
Yeah.
Well, here your Beasley station, the FM, B1039, is playing...
Take that kind line 7, by the way, George.
Back That Thing Up.
Yeah.
And Power...
Oh, well, yeah, that's right, because they've got a sanitized version, because this is America. They have the sanitized version they call it Back That Thing Up.
But yet you're in the same market saying ass anytime you want.
Right.
I mean, you can say ass, ass,
well, see,
ass, ass.
Their excuse would be, well, you know, we got a lot of little kids listening. We can't say ass on the air because little kids, once they hear ass, then they'll be saying rectum, stuff like that. You know, what a bunch of crap.
You know, I couldn't believe it.
I think that all kids in America ought to start saying ass today just to prove the program directors of these constipated radio stations, even little kids like ass. What's wrong with that?
And this is your Beasley station over there that's playing this.
Your wanna Beasley station, man.
Yeah, B1039 is the station for any of those curious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Neil.
I wonder what century their equipment's from. Have a great day, pal.
Take care, you too.
Thanks for the good news. Yeah, the wanna Beasleys, baby. Of course, we're in the quiet period. Yeah, just keep quiet about that stuff, okay? You know, something that I'm finding really fascinating today, really interesting. And I don't want to sound like a bitter old man like Greg says from wherever the hell he's from, that asshole Greg, you know who I'm talking about?
He's an asshole.
He is. But and you know something, Greg, let me also say this to you, sweetheart. If you would have come to the game, do you have to have that human appendage with you? When I looked over to his right and I saw that cretin with him, that's when I really knew that I was just wanted to puke my guts out. If he would have just come like with a friend, like with a human being type person, I probably would have been a little bit more friendly and tolerated him for like 30 seconds or less, and that would have been okay. But no, he comes with the most unctuous, disgusting, grotesque, silly person scumbag on the face of the earth, that Andy.
He's an asshole.
From Hollywood, and wonders why I gave him the cold shoulder. Oh, my God, these people. Here's a lady in Plantation. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to help you support your theory about the 12-year-olds. I have a 12-year-old 7th grader daughter who is totally in love with AJ.
Right.
She has a screensaver on our computer. She knows all the words to all the songs.
Is she into tattoos?
Well, she
must be.
Into the temporary ones,
okay.
yes. You know, we're not too thrilled about, hopefully that's not going to happen any time soon. With her, I guess there could be worse things, but like body piercing.
Right, there you go.
But she's just, it would be her dream come true. So if I could get on the list, that would be great.
Okay, you're on.
Thank you so much.
Hold on.
And happy birthday to George.
And happy Chinooka.
Thank you.
Hang on. Okay. Everybody's in such a great mood today.
Oh!
Everybody's happy when we got stuff to give away. We don't do it often on this show. Like I said, never again until next time. But this is something special, okay? Something special.
For the broken heart.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go. You know So that's what we ought to do, George, is do this for 3 hours, and then I'll say, God, you got me so fired up about this, I think I'm going. No, I'm not going to do that. Would I do that to the audience? No, I can't do that. Because you listen to the sound of these people's voices, you know. I mean, at least we're not going to go see... Oh, that Ricky Martin. I'm going to tell you, anybody in this audience who's ever going to see Ricky Martin, if you want to be my friend, don't admit it to me, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? Just keep it a secret. If you want any respect from anybody in the world, don't admit you ever went even like 2 blocks to go see Ricky Martin. Thank the Lord. He's like yesterday's, like last year's potato latkes. That's Ricky Martin, baby. So, we're getting Atlantic City subs for lunch today? Excellent. That's good. Oh, I got such a heartburn, you know. It's laying in my stomach. Such a heartburn from this place on Friday. 567. What am I giving the number out for? And I started to say this moments ago. It's a real interesting study in human nature because day in and day out. I know the format is really crappy and we got what amounts to 4 newscasts an hour, 4.5-minute breaks. Unacceptable. Not as bad as the other day parts, but nevertheless not acceptable in this slaughterhouse of a place. So we have to go through this business not only of screaming and yelling to get phone calls on the board in the first place, but then of desperately hoping that people will hang on. Will they hang on?
No.
But are they hanging on today? Are they hanging on today?
Yes.
Are they hanging on today? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So it goes to show you when they want, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm glad you're hanging on, but it's just really interesting to me that you're much more motivated when there's like $2,000 worth of Backstreet Boys tickets, in my hand, as opposed to just talking to me, which you can do anytime. Screw him, you know. Plus, we'd rather have them sit there with no calls anyway. We like that. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, Neil. How you doing?
Great.
You mentioned Ken Jenny. I'm real glad you did. I have a little incident that happened, and it's also with one of your sponsors, Sun Cruise. Last year, I went on a cruise.
Yeah.
And I bet a football game that on a Sunday that they were going to play Monday. And I left the boat. The next day was Ken Jenny Day when he raided the boat, took all the machines out of the boat. Okay.
What a disgrace, by the way.
Just ridiculous. But besides that, I mean, what even made it worse was when I called Sun Cruise, they told me, oh, no problem, we'll have it all straightened out and everything, and you won the game and you're going to get your money. A year later, I have been there 5 times. So instead of winning $300, I've lost $630.
Only $50.
And they tell me that the reason is because they sublet it to some man, and he just doesn't want to pay anybody off because they won't renew his license. So that's the end of it, I guess. So why doesn't Ken Jenny prosecute him?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's just incredible, Ken Jenny, what he does.
Disrupting everybody. I'm telling you, he wants to be, believe me when I tell you, he's modeling himself after Rudy Giuliani. He wants to be the dictator of this town. He's got the first syllable licked already.
Oh, there's no question about it.
He's licking it.
He's getting more and more powerful every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Of course, just wait till he runs to be the strong mayor of Broward and everybody says,
No.
No, I don't think.
No chance.
I don't think.
I got a better chance of winning than he did. My little dog's got a better chance. I'm telling you.
Okay, now, you could also help me out here. I'm being perfectly straight with you. I have a girl, just got married, and I have to tell her today I can't bring her wife here from South America, her mother from South America. So if I could get on the list and get her a ticket for tonight, it'd make my day.
You just got married to a 12-year-old girl.
No, she's not 12. She's 26.
Oh, 26. That's good.
Yeah.
George is smiling, but that's good.
Yeah. No, she's 26.
Okay, hang on.
Thank you.
And good luck. You'll need it.
Okay.
Okay, 11:25. There you go. Boy, I'm starting to get sick to my stomach from this whole thing. It must be my aversion. I have an aversion to giving stuff away, and I haven't done it in so long. Makes me feel like almost unclean. Anybody buying that? Now, kill some good time. It's a Monday. What the hell do you want? And especially, like I said, after Friday, this past Friday, my kishkis are still twisted from the experience we had on this show on Friday. Man, that was the all-time. That was just absolutely unacceptable is what it was. You following, Greg?
No.
You get it?
No.
No, I didn't think so. By the way, there's a $10,000 check from Mark Mosley from Power 96. There's a $5 million check from Kid Curry from Power 96. Now, we're going to start getting some checks in here from around the building, don't you think?
No.
No? Well, now George is laughing at that. See, that wasn't meant to be comedy. We need some help. We need some help, goddammit.
I will not give it to you.
Well, that's the way it goes. We need your money.
I will not give it to you.
We need help for Center One.
I will not give
to
it
make up for that goddamn golf tournament and all the embarrassment and the 3 weeks we screwed up because we had a make-believe promotion department back then who he isn't here anymore, but
he's an asshole.
Didn't help us now. So we got about a month late start this year, and we're like way behind the old 8 ball. Not to mention the fact that Carol, well, that's another story. She tells a good tale anyway, you know. She ought to work here. She really tells some good stories. 26 after 11 at 560 WQAM. Heat.
Say a motherfucker be tripping. You want to bust a cap in his ass. You pat down your pockets, but you ain't packing nothing. Now, you could go the traditional route of firearm acquisition, which require a 5-day cooling off period. But the problem with that is, you might cool off, and the motherfucker might really deserve that shit. Cooler heads may prevail, but less revenge go down. That's why me and my posse started Rent a Gun, you know what I'm saying? These bad motherfuckers are stone cold, serial number 5 down solid gats. Y'all come on up on in here, browse over our fine selection of AKs, Uzis, and Colts. Or just pull up onto our drive-by window and shit. At Rent-A-Gun, they 2 easy goddamn payment plans. By the hour or by the bullet. No credit cards accepted, y'all. Just remember the Rent-A-Gun motto. It ain't violence if the motherfucker deserve it. Peace.
And what timing, baby? Here's the bulletin. 3 students shot at rural Oklahoma school this morning. There you go. 3 more students shot this morning. And you want to know why?
That's the American fucking way.
That's right. 3 students at a rural middle school in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma were shot this morning. The suspect is in custody. It was unclear whether the shooting took place outside or inside the school shortly before the 8 a.m. start of classes. Superintendent Steve Wilmouth didn't know the condition of the students. A medical helicopter was sent from St. Francis Hospital in Tulsa. The hospital had no information on the extent of the injuries. Lieutenant Jack Mike, a warden at Muskegon County Jail, said he believed only one person was responsible for the shooting. He wouldn't comment on the age of the person in custody. Fort Gibson is a town of about 3,500 people, about 550 miles southeast of Tulsa. About 450 students attend the middle school. And the students were all released early because of the shooting. They're on their way home and hoping that they don't get shot. How do you like that, huh? There you go.
That's the American fucking way.
Well, you gun huggers out there, baby. When crazy people have guns, your ass ain't worth a dime. I'll tell you that right now. Here's a fax from Marjorie, who says, I love the Backstreet Boys concert, which, of course, the first one was last night. We were lucky enough to be in a suite. I'm a 30-year-old female and think that all ages would enjoy it. The guys in special effects look great, and you should definitely go enjoy yourself, says Marjorie. How do you like that? That's what Marjorie says. Am I going to go?
No.
I probably should, you know. Probably should. I mean, it's a choice between Stiff and Fat Rich at the track there on a Monday night, which we got, you know, our nice table up there, a nice free meal. Or going up there and sitting being surrounded by 20,000 screaming heebie-jeebie little hysterical girls. See, that's the problem. See, John Penis don't mind that. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, sir.
I'd like to, first of all, offer you my condolences for last Friday. That was a joke.
Oh.
That radio station, they've got you handcuffed. You could sue them for false imprisonment.
Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, we're putting them on notice as of today that, you know, if this crap continues, it's going to be hasta la vista, baby. I mean, how do you do a show, a talk show, without a phone that works? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Well, it's amazing that every day you keep coming back.
They would be like if they hired you as a chef in a restaurant, and you're the premier chef in town, and you go in and, oh well, guess what? The stove don't work. You know, none of the cooking equipment, but go in there and make some great meals for the customers,
right.
even though our stuff doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, there's electricity for you.
Right.
I have a 7-year-old son, and I'm sure if I won, he'd be thrilled. So you got to put me on that list. But before you do that, yesterday's game was a great game. I mean, I'm a Dolphin fan.
Right.
And we got beat by a better team. The Colts are better.
Anybody who says that wasn't a great game, I mean, and Marino brought them back, and that touchdown pass to Martin, and I mean, just phenomenal game. I mean, right down to as the clock. How can you have a better game? I mean, sure, most of the people here want to see the Dolphins win, but how can you have a better game than one where it goes back and forth, and the game is decided as the clock runs out?
Yeah, the game really was the game of the week, you know, before they played it.
Right.
And it turned out to be the game of the week. So that was, you know, it was a good game.
Okay, hang on, pal.
Thanks a lot, man.
See, there's a guy with I mean, he's upset that his team lost, but at least he appreciates a good game when he sees it, like most people here don't. I heard about 2 minutes of the morning show this morning. They're wah, wah. Oh, I said, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I don't want to hear any more of this. Just like Danny Boy said, take your stupid questions and stick them in your rectum. That's what Danny Boy said. Nice going, Danny. Let me say it again. You got a few of us here that respect you for what you've done in this town for the last 400 years. Go out there and bust your guts and try the best you possibly can with no running game, with no crap with a coach that's brain dead. Yeah, we got a shot, Jimmy. At least Jimmy had good, at least he had the chutzpah yesterday to say, oh, Dan played good, in spite of the fact he's a silly old man. He played pretty good, whatever the hell Jimmy said. Didn't he say something like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, something like that. He says, in spite of the fact that he's 120 years old, a doddering old man, he played pretty good. Kind of a backhanded compliment, Jimmy. And by the way, Jimmy, get a haircut. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Neil. I'm not embarrassed by hanging on because every time I call you, if I call you to talk about something, I hang on. In fact, I even hung with you on Friday, which was
boy,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was like a mass hanging.
I had to lower my radio because of the sounds coming across the radio. So I'm not embarrassed calling for. I have two boys, 16 and 13.
Yeah.
Who not in love with them, but they really like their sounds.
Yeah.
And they have all their albums. I mean, all their CDs and stuff. So
And I bet you both those kids have got girlfriends too, in spite of what George
Well,
said.
I'll tell you what. My boy's 16-year-old football player, good-looking stud, 6'3", 210 pounds, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't want one.
Football.
He wants to play football, go to school, and then that'll come down the line, maybe. So,
yeah.
Hey, listen, Neil, I don't put anything past these kids today.
That's right. You never know.
But that's not the only
You
reason
never
I
know
call
who's
was to
after
get.
grabbing.
Well, that's not the only reason I call was to get on the list. I want to tell you something. On one of your statistics that you talk about every day, and that's one of the reasons I listen to you. And in 365 days, I'm 400 pounds. I'm down from 630. And in
630.
And 630 in 365 days. This time next year, I swear to you, God, I will weigh 230 pounds.
All right. Excellent.
Your statistics scare the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out two more. You know when you're always when you read the news clips and stuff, and you're always talking about all these people dying in airplanes and earthquakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Two statistics I just heard. 35% of the world is obese. 1,500 people die every 2 days from obesity. Scary.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
And don't forget, 55% in America are obese.
55%. And you know what? And I'm not racist, but 49% are Hispanic and 47% are black.
Yeah.
Of overweight people.
Well, there got to be a couple of us white guys anyway.
Well, I've got a couple. And I'll tell you, I'm in there, pal. But I'll tell you this: 200. I call you 365 days from now. I'm going to weigh 230.
Do it.
You scare me every day.
Excellent.
Can I get on the list?
Okay, hang on, pal.
Thanks, pal.
There's a guy that's lost 230 pounds.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not. Maybe some people don't give a crap that they walk around looking like a tub of lard, but it's real unhealthy. It's real bad for you. So where's lunch, Stuart? I'm sorry.
On its way.
Just a joke. It was just a little joke, okay? Just a little tiny fat joke from a fat guy. I don't want to admit that I ate those jelly donuts here on Friday because it was Hanukkah, and those potato pancakes the day before because it was Hanukkah. See, that's why there's so many of us fat Jews and prematurely dead Jews, because the food that we eat is like dreck, killer. Look at that. There's an open line right now. Look at that, line 5. Look at that. Oh, my God. 56705. We'll do the drawing at 12:30, by the way, and then we'll get back to doing like a real radio show, maybe, or not. We'll just play Backstreet Boys music. Sure be interesting to hear from some other people who went to that concert last night who might have some comments about it. Do we get like any other than the facts?
No.
No. Because everybody I spoke to, from John Penis to Marjorie and everybody else, the other one half a person, they said it was sensational. They said it was great. And what's wrong with these goddamn newspapers, huh? Bunch of hard asses. That's their problem with our local newspapers. They don't like anybody, especially me.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil Goff.
Yeah, you both like Michael Jackson, la 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 la. Handsome pelvic thrusting action, la 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 la. Don we now our leather jackets, la 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 la. It's that crowbar up and whack it, la 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 la.
Red blistered up, show some nipples,
la 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 la.
Squeeze your buns like Mr. Whipple,
La 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 la. You'll always get a big reaction, la 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 la. If you grab your balls like Michael Jackson, la 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 la.
Merry Christmas, Bubba.
Grab your balls like Michael Jackson.
All right. 16 till noon at 560 WQM. We got the Hank Goldberg Show at 2. Oh, look at that. Oh, Jesus. I'm on the wrong page. Well, I got to get Bluff's schedule on here, get the right page. There you go. Hank will be at Chula Steak 2 today at 2 with Nat Moore at 5 o'clock. Nat, who was inducted into the Dolphin thing yesterday. Nice going there, Nat. And in the Bookster, 6 to 8:45. Vikings at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not one of the all-time worst Monday night games. Could be worse at 8:45 tonight. Okay, we got another 45 minutes of this. Then we'll do the drawing at 12:30, and then I'll say, oh, it was just a big hoax, and I'm really going. Are we going to do that?
No.
No, this isn't the station where we run the rig contest. Here's Miami. Hello.
Happy Hanukkah, Neil.
And back to you, sir.
Thanks for the news flash on Oklahoma. That's another one for the gun huggers to stick up there.
Yeah, they're doing CNN right now.
Recovered a 9mm handgun, which they say was the weapon used in the shooting, and 5 other students have been taken to area hospitals.
Oh, 5 more. There you go. So we're up to 8 now.
It sucks. It just sucks, the whole situation in America with guns.
Yeah.
Anyway, back that thing up, back that ass up.
Back your ass up, yeah.
On MTV, they play the back that thing up version. I've seen it once or twice.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's a screaming riot. I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but it's just a bunch of black girls shaking it and a bunch of indigenous folks out there dancing up.
How come they can't even say back that up? That would be better, you know?
I have no idea. But on the same topic, I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but there's a commercial going around on some of the radio stations. It almost sounds like a bit, one of your bits, but it's for real. The Zenical, the fat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who wants to
about
take
the oozing loose, oily stools for the oily bird?
a frequent need to have a bowel movement,
right.
And, an inability to control it?
A desperate sense of urgency that'll make you want to stay close to the house all day long. Right.
I mean, that sounds real attractive to have to take that.
Yeah, but just stop and think if you live in Sunrise or Surfside or Tamarack, you're probably aching for it.
Absolutely. Hey, Neil?
Yes, sir?
I'd love to bring the Gasham Espucha to the concert. I got 2 boys, 8 and 10, and big fans, and I'd love to get on the list.
Okay, hang on. Now, you notice, George, we got a lot of people with boys, okay, with kids of various ages, including macho young football players who don't have girlfriends, etc.
And have no interest in...
Oh, yeah, here we go.
That's what the guy
here
said.
We go again. Well, he's busy with his football, okay? He has his hands under center or somewhere. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a payphone in Boca. Hello.
Hey, Neil, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for making your call.
Listen, first of all, tell George, it's not really why I'm calling, but tell George that I'm a 35-year-old straight man.
Yes.
With a beautiful 29-year-old wife.
Right.
Who enjoy the Backstreet Boys.
There you go.
She would kill to go tonight. I would love to get on that list.
Mm-hmm.
But
She'd
first,
kill for it?
Listen, first, I couldn't call you last week, and I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything. I just got a quick question about a satellite situation.
Mm-hmm.
My apartment complex does not allow them. They're very strict about them.
Your apartment complex, by law now, that law changed. It's got to be 2 years ago now. The apartment complex cannot prohibit you from having a satellite dish.
Still on my lease. I'll have to check that out. Okay, I guess that answers my question.
I mean, regardless of what it says in your lease, the fact is that the law changed, and they, no matter what the lease said, they can't prohibit it anymore. They're violating your rights.
That's fantastic. Did not know that. I really appreciate that. Can I get on the list?
Sure.
Thanks, Neil.
Hang on. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. As we continue rolling along, singing a song. Disproving George's myth that everybody really is in love with Olympic biscuit. That's another one, by the way. There's the good news. He's on the way out. Freddie and that crew, they're out. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Big call here. Ken Rem, Jennifer's brother.
All right.
I've never called. Long time listener.
How do you like that? And Jennifer, I was just talking to her the other day, and she said...
Can't beat that gator meat.
And that was before that game the other night.
She's doing great. She's up in Palm Beach.
Yes, she is.
She's on the air twice a day.
Right.
We're going to get together for Christmas and go on a nice cruise.
Excellent.
We'll be cruising it. Just got the kids a brand new puppy, Cocker Spaniel,
Uh-huh.
8 weeks old. We're up to our elbows in it. Keep us busy.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little daughter. Jennifer's the aunt. Daughter
Yeah.
is Paisley, 9 years old.
Right.
She would wet her pants. She would just go crazy.
Yeah.
Can I get on the list?
Okay, but bring some Depends. Okay,
Great talking to you, Neil.
give Jennifer a big kiss for us and tell her...
Hey, asshole.
Hang on.
Love you.
Okay. Okay, there's Jennifer's, whatever he is. How do you like that? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. We're getting close to that magical moment at 12:30, baby. Oh! And what's going to happen after that? That's okay. Like I said, I deserve this. In fact, I've gotten $50 million worth of use out of these tickets today, not just $2,000. After what happened here on Friday. I don't want to keep going back to that, do I? About what happened? Oh, boy. That was like the end of the world as we knew it. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello. Mobile in Miami.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Great.
A little belated, but I went to the Rangers game, what was it, a week ago Friday?
Yeah.
With a girlfriend, and her niece was down from Florida State. Did you go to that game?
No, I was in Amsterdam, so it was kind of hard to get there.
Oh, yes, it would be. Anyway, the geeky guy that walks around and pulls people out of the stands, he happened to pick my girlfriend and brings her down, and it was the puck shuffle. And they shuffled the pucks. I'm watching it. It's number one, and everybody in the section is holding up one finger.
Yeah. Most of the people in my section usually hold up one finger, too.
There you go. And, of course, she looks at the niece, and the niece from Florida State's holding up two fingers, and she picks two. Even the guy that pulled her out of the stands, he's tapping her on the shoulder with one finger, and she chose two, and the boos were crazy, but it was a little bit on the embarrassing side. But the funny part about it is she was given a package with T-shirts and stickers and pucks and everything like that, and I told her what the real prize was if she got it right was $1,000, and to this day she still believes it. So
I hear it was $50,000 is what I heard. Could be just a rumor. By the way, speaking of pucks, they were selling Hanukkah pucks. I'm sure they're still selling them at the Macarena and the in that souvenir shop they got where everything is overpriced, about marked up 9,000%. $75 for a Hanukkah puck.
$75.
Yeah.
That's a little high.
Yeah, for a puck with like a little Star of David on it. How do you like that?
Boy, that'd be nice. Hey, listen, on another note, I have a guy that refuses to go to lunch with me now at work because I'm tuned into your radio station. He just chooses not to, and it's
based on what? What's his problem?
Well, he listens to, what is that, 87.7, the Christian station?
Yeah.
And I keep telling him, what's the big problem with Neil, and he won't come out and say it because he feels like he's preaching, but he just doesn't agree with some of your views.
Too bad. He can't handle the truth. He's another one of those hypocritical God Squad people. Too bad.
Yep.
Another adult living in fairy tale land.
Yes, exactly. Neil, I got a 9-year-old girl. I'd like to take her to the concert.
Okay, hang on, pal.
Thank you.
Hold on. And tell your friend Cox Ahoy's. Oh, yeah, all these goody two-shoes religious bastards out there. Hateful, obnoxious, disgusting, finger-pointing, finger-waving, burning in hell, etc. The out-of-town line is open, by the way, like for Palm Beach, if anybody wants to participate, or actually anybody has something to say on the out-of-town line besides just this ridiculous thing that we're doing to kill a lot of good time today. Here's Carlos with the mail today. Look at that. I bet you there's thousands of checks in there, you think? No. 1-877-785-6345. That's the number to dial. When I have to say one, it goes to show you I'm not thinking like too much of some of those people out there in Radio Land. 877-785-6345. Never overestimate. You know how that goes. Never estimate. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Neil.
How are you?
Just great. Like the other, it took me longer to get through to you than it did when I called Ticketmaster to try to get tickets to the Backstreet Boys.
Huh.
And it was on hold for about 3 hours, and they were sold out. But my daughter's 12, and she loves the Backstreet Boys, and I'm 46, and I love the Backstreet Boys.
There you go.
To George's chagrin.
I'm 57, and I love the Backstreet
There we go.
Boys. How do you like that?
We even drove out to the Rectal Center yesterday to see if there was a snowball's chance in hell that we could get anything, but of course we couldn't.
Right.
It was just groups of little girls screaming and waving things at us at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, screaming Backstreet Boys, Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Yeah. It was little groups of them, all screaming and waving things. So I would love to get them on the list if I could.
You got it.
Thank you.
Hang on. Good luck. Okay, there's a very nice lady on line 3 there. She would like to get there on the list. 7 minutes till noon at 560 WQAM. I think I'm going. Of course, I probably could still get in there in our skybox there and be up there with some of my good friends like Screw Ann, some of my close personal friends like Greg Reed, like
Roy.
Yeah, so many of my other close personal friends from this joint. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I got a 7-year-old daughter who would just absolutely love to go to that concert. I was hoping to maybe get on the list. And then I had something else to tell you.
Okay.
You were talking about Kid Curry, and here was a name from the past. Whatever happened to Anna Asquith?
Anna Asquith.
Remember that?
I heard that she married some guy with a lot of money, which left Kid Curry out. That's what I heard.
Really? I know. I heard you say Kid Curry before.
Some guy with a lot of money who was into broads with big asses.
Yeah. My daughter dances to that in her dance class, and she absolutely loves it. And I tried to get tickets, and I couldn't. I'd love to get on the list if possible.
Hang on, amigo.
Thank you.
Hold on. Okay, that guy, get him on the list.
All right. I'm running high when you're screaming my name. All right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, oh, my God. Okay, let's take a call from, where is it? Coral Springs, Mobile in Coral Springs. Hello.
Neil, hi.
How you doing, sir?
Great. A couple of things. I've been trying to get in to talk to you last week, but your phones were so screwed up.
Oh, please.
But you were talking about Lent a couple of weeks ago,
Right.
and trying to find out what it was.
I was trying to find out exactly what Lent was and how long it was in my guess, which I was pretty sure was 40 days. And even good Catholic George that sits in there, he didn't have any idea about Lent.
I have a neighbor that told me,
clueless.
and he said that Jesus had been in a cave for 40, goes into a cave for 40 days, and after 40 days on Easter, he comes out and sees his shadow, and there'll be 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Groundhog Jesus?
Yeah, I believe it.
Isn't that interesting, by the way? 40 days on Lent, and also, remember the flood with Noah was 40 days and 40 nights, wasn't it, when it was raining? It was pouring over here? Yeah.
I got a 40 fix.
Now, see, originally on Hanukkah, I think what happened is that the oil lamp lasted for 40 days, but they figured that's too long for a holiday, even for the Jews, so they narrowed it down to 8.
That was too expensive for 40
Right, that's
days.
too many
worth of
gifts
oil.
for 40 days, that's right.
Jeez, yeah. Also, I had a question. When you watch Oprah and...
I don't.
Well, if one watches Oprah...
Because if I watched Oprah, I would keep my guts out.
Black people with a lot of money call themselves people of color. How come it's wrong to call them colored people anymore? But they call themselves people of color.
I just call them Schwarzers, which is a nice blanket. No, it covers everybody. What's wrong with that?
Oh, that's not bad.
Uh-huh.
It works. Well, I would love to get myself on the list with my daughter, who's 13.
13. Perfect age for the Backstreet Boys.
I tell you, I lived through this once before when my other daughter was in love with the New Kids on the Block
Oh,
when
my
she was
God.
12.
Yeah.
I mean, this is deja vu all over again.
Except these kids can sing. Hang on.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, these kids can sing in spite of what George would tell you, okay, whether he likes them or not. And also have lasted already like 5 years longer than New Kids on the Block, including that freaking Jordan Knight. You know what they say about Jordan Knight, don't you?
That Dan Sackett, I can't stand him.
Yeah, that's what they're saying about Jordan these days. Okay, calm down. 11:57 at 560 QAM.
This is 560 QAM.
QAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
G.W. Bush, how many drugs did you take? G.W. Bush, they must have affected your brain. To get your college graduation, it cost your daddy a big chunk of change. G.W. Bush, here's another million from the NRA. You wanna be the president, leader of the band, ruler of the universe, your raving power man. You got enough bread to make it. You have the country for a toy to play. G.W. Bush, I'm gonna get my passport today. Schmuck, schmuck, you phony schmuck. Some of us have a brain. Our passports will be ready in all your living. Vote for you and G.W. Bush. Pack up the old suitcase. G.W. Bush, I might as well move right in today. The owner's office is waiting. Christopher Lovel's here to redecorate. So go ahead and deny you do right. When you hear Jeff Donaldson say, "Oh, you good," how many tries did you take? You tell you good. You're gonna win anyway.
2 minutes afternoon at 5:60 WKO. I noticed Jesse the Body was on every one of the Sunday morning talking head shows yesterday. He was all over the place. I still like him, you know, even though he's been backed into a corner, and the majority of the public, the goody two shoes, brainwashed religionists, oh yeah, we don't like him no more. He still basically tells it like it is and says to you guys. Nice going there, Jesse. By the way, speaking of slaughterhouse, Sacramento, California, a man shot and killed 5 of his children before fatally shooting himself in the head Saturday. 2 of the man's other children managed to escape, one by jumping out of the apartment's bathroom window. Neither was injured. Police went to the family's home after receiving 911 calls from neighbors after 4 p.m. The officers forced open the locked door and found the 6 bodies. 3 more. Thank you. I can tell you it was a gruesome scene, said Lieutenant David Parole, the man identified by TV station KXTL as Kao Shong. Apparently got into an argument with his wife before the shootings. Police said the 5 children were aged between 2 and 8. The youngsters who escaped were 9 and 14. Police believe a shotgun and a rifle found in the apartment were both used in the killing.
He was mad at his wife, apparently, this Indonesian guy.
I beg your pardon?
I saw it on whatever.
Oh, you seen it? He was mad at his wife? But she wasn't even there, by the way.
No.
She got home after it was all over and said, oh, my God, what a mess.
That'll show her.
Yeah.
She's going to have to clean it now.
What was his name? Deng Xiaoping? Something like that. Never trust a guy named Deng. Okay, we got about 20 minutes to go here, 25 minutes, and then we'll do the big drawing, and we'll pick a number, and somebody will be associated with that number, and somebody will win the tickets, and they'll come and pick them up, and they'll go in and have a great time, and they'll call tomorrow and say, oh, thank you, Neil. God, that was great. And I'll feel pretty good about it. Huh? It'll make me feel like I did something positive and useful besides just come in and make a few bucks here today. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
All right, 36-year-old male. I took my 8-year-old last night to see the Backstreet Boys.
All right.
That's twice I've seen them. The show is excellent. It is actually in the realm.
Right.
And you are a fool for not going.
Oh.
And for all the people who I've just pathetically listened to for the last hour, especially that lady that said that she went there to get tickets. There were people selling tickets outside. I don't know how. I guess
scalping, yeah.
But
I sure hope whoever gets these tickets doesn't wind up scalping them, I'll tell you that.
Well, sir, I will just say that, yes, I will go again if you will put me on the list, and I will drag my 8-year-old one more time because they were excellent. The sound, it was in the realm. Anybody that I haven't heard one person call and explain the whole setup, and I don't believe any of these people are true Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet fans.
You got it.
Right.
Can I get on your list?
Okay.
And George, what can we say?
He's going to be the one to take your name, so say something nice.
I will.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, Neil, thanks.
What can we say? There you go. He's probably going to scalp him, don't you think? But I don't care. That's up to you. I mean, if you get a grand apiece, I'll take half. See, I could have done that myself. I could have probably come on the air and said, hey, well, give it to charity and then lied about it or something like that. Or I could let our management do that. They're real good at that. They got a lot of experience. All right. Yeah, doing stuff like that. Oh, God, am I glad I did this or what? I'm getting arthritis just from doing this. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Listen, when will the nephew be out again? I'm trying to get one of your keychains. I work not too far away from the radio station.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get one of those keychains for myself, but it's kind of difficult.
I don't know. In fact, it would probably be a good idea if he went right out here on the corner of 441
That'd be cool.
Last
I'll be
the
the
next
first
time he
one
goes
there.
out, because we don't usually do too much in this area, and every time we do, we get a tremendous turnout because, amazingly enough, we got some audience in this net.
Yeah, why don't you do something right by the station or something?
Well, then
So
whenever he's going to, I'll let you know ahead of time, but whenever he goes out this week, I'll have him do it right out here.
great, and I'm
Right by
36.
Chuck's.
I'm 36 years old. I want to go see the Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you going to get for the tickets?
No. I want to go see
Who are you going to take?
my son, my daughter. I have a whole posse.
Okay, hang on, pal.
Okay.
Hang on. Do we believe him?
No.
We don't care. Like I said, once you get the tickets in your hand, do whatever you want. You can even stick them in your
Rectum.
whatever you like with them, okay? I'm just hoping to do something nice for somebody for just once in my life. Just like I'm waiting for them to do something nice for me here on this radio station. It's amazing. The phone works today. Lines are all smoking. They're holding on forever today. How do you like that? Do you think this is going to last?
No.
No. Day after day, week after week, month after month. You know, if I'm going to cook up a gourmet dinner in this restaurant, I got to have electricity. I got to have a stove that works. I got to have a refrigerator. And the same here in this radio station, but the problem being they don't get it. They don't understand it. Does Greg Reed know anything about talk radio?
No.
Does he know anything about, like, non-talk radio?
No.
About anything
No.
besides being a glorified salesman? No. Doesn't get it. Here's a mobile in Homestead. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Unemployed firefighter. Would love to get on your list for my 14 and 11-year-old. I would take them there and wait for them outside.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And then you could watch out for, like, any fires.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I'm unemployed right now.
Or you could just, like, slide up and down the poles you might find. We got some interesting poles outside the arena there.
Oh, yeah.
And if you
I haven't been to
Hungarians,
their
too.
arena yet, so.
Okay, hang on, pal.
Appreciate it. Thank
Good
you,
luck
sir.
to you. Okay. There's a guy that needs our help, okay? He needs our help. He said he'd be willing to, like, scalp those. Well, he's unemployed. 8 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM, like...
Run to the mall, go spend it all. Oh, it's quite oak, you're going broke. Run to the mall, go spend it all. Oh, it's quite oak, you're going broke. Let's fight the stinking traffic, the amounts of people are quite horrific. Let's find a parking space here, although the chances are quite terrific. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Run to the mall, go spend it all. Oh, it's quite oak, you're going broke. Run to the mall, go spend it all. Oh, it's quite oak, you're going broke, schmuck.
And by the way, how many of these people who've called today think want to scalp the tickets?
Uh-huh.
A whole bunch. That's the way it goes. That's okay. 12 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM. Just a few more minutes of this, and then the pain will cease. We'll do the drawing. We'll give them away, and somebody get all excited and go,
oh, my God.
Like that. Here's a call from the Bahamas. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Greetings and solutions.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Great.
Just want to let you know, I ordered 3 keychains over the internet, had it at Santa address locally in Miami. 4 days, no problem.
All right.
All right.
Great.
And just have a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
God bless you, pal.
Later.
And don't rip off too many Americans. There you go from the Bahamas, man.
Yeah, man.
Got a zillion people listening over there, and they all have larceny in their heart, but we love them. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Hank Goldberg at Chula Steak 2. Hank with that more at 5. Boog Shambi at 6. Monday Night Football. Vikings at the Buccaneers tonight, 8:45. What the hell more could you want? Like maybe a life? Here's Pompano. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Long time listener.
All right.
I wanted to get onto that list if I could.
All right. All right. All right.
And I'm not going to scalp them, and they're for me. I wanted to tell George that I went to a record store, and I was picking up Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, and I went to get the Backstreet Boys Millennium for my girlfriend.
Right.
Needless to say, I stuck that in a CD player also, and just started listening to that one, and it grew on me, and now I'm a fan.
How do you like that, George? And this guy's got a girlfriend, he says.
Yeah.
Even though his girlfriend's name is Ed.
I do, and she's very voluptuous. George would like her.
There you go.
Voluptuous?
Yes. Is
Okay.
that a word?
So maybe if you win the tickets, you might share. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
No. I doubt it. Okay, hang on, pal.
Thanks.
Not if you're smart. Okay, there you go. Take care of that guy and his lovely lady friend. You know what I'm saying? How's that Mars the Lunar Lander, by the way?
You are
How's it doing?
my fire.
Anybody hear from it?
No.
No. How's it doing, baby?
No.
Getting any signals back?
No.
They're still sitting there waiting, man. They're still sitting there. They got their ear to the thing, and they're like looking around and twiddling their thumbs and like, oh, what do we do now? Yeah, we don't hear too much. Here's a mobile in North Palm Beach. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
growing a beard on hold. How you doing?
Pretty good. Let's see. Oh, 22 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm Italian, so I'm growing a beard. Anyway, I have a little bit of material to give you.
Yes,
First,
sir.
about your Jesse Ventura comment. You know, when he originally made that religious comment, you know, I applauded him and I thought he was a stand-up guy. But then he was confronted by Chris Matthews, on hardball, he really backpedaled out of it. I can't blame him.
They
for
forced
it,
him into a position, and just like they asked him yesterday. I think it was Tim Russert asked him, "Will you be going to church, this Christmas?" And he said, "Yeah, I usually go to church on the holidays." Why he would do it, I don't know. But I mean, he says a lot of great stuff, but he realizes now he's in a position that this is a country where you just can't say the truth.
which is a shame. It really is. But I want to personally thank you for turning me on to the Tom Green Show.
Right.
Now, I heard you mention that, and I hate MTV like poison. But I laugh my balls off every time I watch that show.
Only the last show that I saw this weekend.
No, but that's where you're wrong. That was one of his best shows I
guess I didn't watch long enough, huh?
Oh, did you see where he dressed up like a alien and was humping the cow and everything in the pasture?
Right.
You saw that? You didn't think that was funny?
No. Well, I mean, I've seen him do that thing with, licking the teats and that. I mean,
right. Well,
yeah,
that made me. I missed the one with the cow, the dog poop on the microphone. I never got to see that.
Oh, I love that. Was great.
But that show was great.
That was one of the best.
Yeah. I wish they'd play like a marathon or something on MTV.
But the best Tom Green stuff. One of our listeners sent me the tape from the old Comedy Network. When Tom was still doing the show up there in Canada.
I didn't know you used to have a show.
Before MTV decided to destroy his show, and then the whole tape is like just full of these 30-minute shows, like about a dozen of them, I guess, and just the best. I mean, hysterical.
What part of Canada is he from?
I think he's from Ottawa.
Oh, well, he's great. And what's sad is every time a show starts getting good, it turns corporate and then they neuter the raw.
MTV, sooner or later, MTV destroys everything it touches.
It's a shame. It really is. But, I guess I'm fresh out. I want to tell you that Alien episode, if it ever comes on again, you got to watch it. It's a little juvenile, but that's a lot funnier, And like George said, when he pisses off the old people in the end and they start screaming at him and he chases them into the parking lot with the alien doll, it's priceless humor.
Okay.
Keep bashing religion. I'm right behind you. Okay?
All right. See you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, poor Jesse. He said religion is for weak-minded people. It's a crutch, and it's the goddamn truth. And, of course, here we are. I asked on Friday about this Hanukkah business. Yesterday I see on television they're showing all these people in shul. First of all, is this a religious holiday?
No.
Well, what's the point? What is the big sinners with this? What are they doing? And they're davening, and they're hocking a chinik, and they're singing a song, dreidel, 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 and they're spinning the dreidel, and like Ed Kaplan's got the overs and unders on the dreidel spin. What is it all about? Oh, it's tradition. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Well, stop already, okay? Get a new tradition. Go do something worthwhile. Go do something that's really enjoyable and stop trying to convince yourself this is a lot of fun. Oh, it's so much fun with the little kids and the dreidels. No, it's not. I guess this is the answer to the Easter egg hunt. This is the counterpart to it. The dreidels and the Hanukkah guilt. Here's a mobile in Pompano. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
How you doing?
Boy, I thought I was never going to get through. Now, I'd like to get my name on that list if possible.
Okay. After 22 minutes and 15 seconds, I guess you probably should.
well, hopefully I'll win because I really need them for my wife.
For your wife?
Well, yeah. Actually, we're separated, but we have that's one of the things we have in common. So maybe I can use this to break the ice.
Well, we have what in common?
The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. How much are you going to get for the tickets?
Huh? No. How much would I give?
No, I say how much are you going to scalp them for?
No. I'm trying to get it to accept them to break the ice.
Oh, I see.
So give us an excuse to start talking again.
Okay. Do we believe that, George? No, but hang on. Hang on. Yes, he's going to scalp them. Is he going to scalp them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's all right. Like I said, once they're in your hands, do whatever you want with these tickets. You can do that, too, if you like, okay? 19 past noon as the tension continues mounting and building in here. Here's our good close friends from Atlantic City Subs with the greatest damn stuff on the face of the earth. Now, what is that? Why do you have one in a bag there? What is that? Like a
pizza steak.
Oh, so now did you get special?
I get a hot one.
It's your birthday. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
I'm dying to take my little sister she wants to go to the concert. Her birthday's next week. My parents couldn't afford to get her tickets, so I thought it was worth a shot.
You mean your parents wouldn't spend $2,000 for a couple of tickets?
Of course not.
What's wrong with them? Cheap bastards.
But if you can, I'd love to be on the list.
How old is your sister, sir?
13.
13. Perfect. Okay, hang on.
Thanks, Neil.
Okay. They're desperate.
When I say
yeah,
I want it that way.
And I will say this, even George likes that song. He admits to it. I'm sure there's probably other songs that he likes that they've done, but he even admits to that, which for him is quite, and That's quite a concession from a hard-ass little spick who thinks he knows something about music and he doesn't. Here's a lady in Boca. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Great.
I have a 14-year-old daughter with a walking disability, and she said this would be her all-time dream to have the front row seats to the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
She says she wants it that way.
She has a walking disability?
Yes.
What does that mean?
She was a preemie. She only weighed 2 pounds at birth,
Uh-huh.
and she just turned 14 on Friday.
Wow.
So she beat all the odds.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying real hard to get these tickets for her.
Okay, hang on, sweetheart. Squeeze real hard. Hang on. Okay. See, I believe anything. I'm gullible. Whatever stories these people make up, now maybe, and I don't want to sound insensitive. Like if I question the veracity of what she just said, that makes me sound like an insensitive son of a bitch, which I probably am anyway, to be honest with you. No, I'm really not. Actually, I find that other people, I don't want to mention George again, especially on his birthday. But I just find, generally speaking, like some of the music I'll play every now and then, like that song by Westlife. Jesus, I'll play stuff like that, and I'm just so excited just to have the opportunity to play it because I know that FM in this market sucks, number one. Number two, the program directors in this market have got no balls whatsoever, and that's why they stick to the same 10 or 20 songs, and they don't want to take any chances unless it's already an established hit. And I play something like that I bring back from Europe that is so great, and it just, nothing. Nothing. I mean, once in a while I'll get a call from somebody saying, oh, that really sucked. That's the worst thing you ever played. You know, that I'll get. But like just once for somebody to call and say, you know, that was really fantastic. Where can we get that? Or where can we hear that again? Did that ever happen?
No.
No, never. Never. So the person that called before and asked about why this is such a goddamn negative town, maybe it's because there's so many goddamn negative people here. That might have something to do with it. You think that might have like a little bit to do with it? That could be. Because I still say this could be paradise. It's not that I don't like this town. It's just that most of the people in it suck, about 70%. For example, that thing I played before about the shopping at the malls and everything. Let me say this to you. I understand it's Hanukkah, it's Christmas, it's all this other stuff. You got to go out there and do your shopping and schlep around and buy your holiday gifts. But, as bad as your driving usually is, it is so unacceptable right now. It is unfreaking believable. And as much as I enjoy living out there in West Broward, I just want to tell you this. When you live near the Sawgrass on a weekend during the holidays, forget it. Just close the door, lock yourself in, stir up on a lot of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and hope that the ball game is good, which it was on yesterday, and that's it. Just don't leave the house. I had to go to Walgreens to pick up a prescription yesterday. I'm going to tell you, just from my house to Nob Hill and Sunrise and back, in the middle of the afternoon, it was like the end of the world. It was like we were having a bomb scare. A mass evacuation, something like that. Crazy people schlepping to the Sawgrass. Look at what a lovely lunch we got there from Atlantic City Subs. Oh! Perry Neal can say lovely. I can say it. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, I am.
I don't want tickets. I love the Backstreet Boys, but I'm sick, and I can't go to the concert. But I just want to let you know that I came back from Vegas.
Right.
And went there with my kids and a bunch of friends. And I have friends of mine that did not put a penny in the casinos, and they had a great time for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
We just visited all the casinos. They went to Hoover Dam and whatnot, and we just had a great time. I mean, even the children, which is 13 and 14, they hung out by themselves, went to the arcades at Treasure Island in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a great time.
What's not to like?
It's just unbelievable. I would live, there in like a heartbeat.
Okay,
And,
feel better, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Feel better.
Bye-bye.
They had a great time in Vegas. How do you like that?
Oh!
I don't understand it. Don't understand it. You got to go all the way out there. You got to get on some horseball airline, maybe do a stopover in Dallas or Atlanta. It takes 7 hours to get there, just in order to have a good time. Spend an arm and a leg to get there. We could have just an equal good time here. Don't want to have a good time here, do we?
No.
That's the whole idea. I've told you that for years. That's the mentality here, especially the old farts and the religious fanatics and all the other hypocrites and the right-wing assholes like the Bushmeister. Don't want you to have a good time. You're already getting the sunshine. You're supposed to sacrifice. Is there any logic in that?
No.
Do they say that in San Diego?
No.
Do they say that in Hawaii?
No.
This is the only place in the world where the climate is pretty good, where we don't have freezing snow and crap, where you're supposed to sacrifice something in exchange for living where the climate's pretty good. What kind of bullcrap is that? And just to show you what a good guy I am, you see these last people that are on there? Just go up and down the list and write them down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have time to put them on the air before the drawing, but they already been on there waiting, some of them like 18 minutes and so on. If they want to be on the list, just off the air. What a nice guy I am today. How do you like that?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Come in here. I don't ask for much. Just give me a phone that works, a few pieces of equipment that do what they're supposed to do. That's all it takes. That's what it takes to do the Neil Rogers Show. That's all. Not looking to create a problem here, you assholes. But when you're working for people that haven't got a clue, more often than not, you're twisting your kishkis out. Okay, so we'll do the drawing in a couple of minutes here, and somebody will win the 2 Backstreet Boys tickets for the concert tonight, and I hope they have a spectacular time, etc., and so on. And don't scalp them for too much.
Beware of exploding balls.
Well, they say I broke the law about adultery, but I swear my Bible says no. Sure, it's right there in the King James on page 63, but I use my line item veto. You all would re-elect me if you had the chance, according to a Time CNN poll. Though they say I run the country from inside my pants, just think you could have been stuck with Bob Dole. You don't care who I did, where I've been, don't care if I've lied, but people still love me, who I've done, where I've been, don't care if I've lied. 'Cause you all still love me. They've been talking about my appetite since my first term, and I don't think they mean Mickey D's. My critics say I'm greasier than Lou Ridderm, and that I'm hornier than Ted Kennedy. You don't care who I've done, where I've been, don't care if I've lied, but people still love me, who I've done, where I've slept, don't care what I do, America loves me.
All right, Bob Dole calls this meeting of the right-wing conspiracy to order.
Bob, what are we going to do about this mess?
Here's the deal. I say we teach him and put me in there. Let me run things.
Oh, Bob Dole's the one the American people want.
Well, I remember when I was president back in there.
Why don't you go back to sleep, Ron? Bush, whatever happened to those photos of him and a nude woman you said you had? You were supposed to fax those to my office.
Read my lips. No nude faxes.
Well, we need something on this guy. Bob Dole wants him out of the White
I
House.
remember when Mommy and I were in the White House.
Nap time, Ronnie. Put your head on the table.
I don't get it. We caught this guy literally with his pants down, but people just don't care.
You don't care who I've done, where I've been, don't care if I've lied, 'cause you all still love me, who's been screwed. If I've been lewd, I am still the dude. America loves me, who I've laid, who I've paid, don't care if I've lied, 'cause you all still love me, who's been breached, who I've beseeched, I won't be impeached, 'cause you're all making money.
12:33 at 560 WQAM. You notice how nice everybody is on these days, on these very rare days, like once about every 2 years now that I give something away, since we don't give crap away on the air anymore. Notice how nice everybody is? Friendly, happy, desperate.
Did you mention that the list was shut down, by the way?
Oh, the list is shut down, by the way.
So these people will stop calling?
So quit bugging George, please, especially on his birthday. Don't bug a guy on his birthday, please, okay? Call if you want to speak to me, but we're not taking any more because we're doing the drawing right now. Out of my old yarmulke. Look what this yarmulke did for me on Whammy, too, by the way. Yeah, that's right. Goes to show you, all you people with your Hanukkah crap.
Whammy! God, it sucks.
They still got a 1 share. And if you took the Heat games away, they'd probably owe points. I better mix these up a little bit, okay? Just giving out the number. We're not giving no name out on the air, and then George will call and make sure that the person who has number 3
Oh, really?
So, well, don't be looking like you're going to give the name out on the air or something
How about
like
the
that.
first name?
I beg your
It's a
pardon?
male. Can we give their first name? It's a very common.
No. Then they'll make up a last name, and with my luck, it'll be the right one. Why do you want to give a first name out? Why don't you just give
a guy?
It's a guy, yeah. Don't give any names out, okay? This is $2,000 worth of tickets here based on the scalping price. I don't want some schmuck coming in here and hopping up a bunch of stuff. He's just compulsive. He can't help himself, okay? Number 3, and George will call and find out where and who and what this guy's all about, and if he can kidnap a couple little girls and bring them there tonight. And if so, fine, and if not, we'll go back and draw another number. So stand by, okay? Stand by. We'll give you the bad news in a moment because I'm sure the guy will be there, waiting with bells on. Here's a call in Lauderhill. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Pretty good, sir.
I thought I'd never get through with all these people calling up for Backstreet Boys tickets.
You were on the list, though, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
You weren't number 3, though, were you?
I'm probably not.
Damn it.
I know. Hey, did you get to go to the concert last night?
No.
No? Why not?
Well, see, the whole deal was that my tickets were for tonight, and I thought they were for last night.
Oh, really? Because I had a couple of my buddies that went, and they, I thought they had you going, and I had them yell out, "Were you fudge packing?" to all the Backstreet Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess you're not going tonight, huh?
No.
Yes. Can
No.
we get a couple "Were you fudge packing" for the Backstreet Boys?
Okay. He's just obsessed. This guy, he's a good guy. Looks pretty good, I'll tell you that. He's just obsessed.
Were you fudge packing? Were you fudge packing? Were you fudge packing?
One more, come on.
Were you fudge packing?
Thank you. Obsessed. I'll guarantee you next year, whoever is here, if they put that on the keychain, yeah, right after oi, if they put it, will you fudge pack it after that, sell about 50,000 of them easy. Better get that straightened out, too, with Carol and all your good friends at Center One about the thing with those keychains because the nephew says they're almost gone. And I said, well, what does that mean? Well, there was only 1,000 to begin with. Well, let's get another 1,000. And he's going, well, let's just do it. Get on the horn there with Carol over there at Center One. We got 25 days left in December. In fact, I think what we ought to do is probably on a Tuesday night do another pizza loft thing before the month is out to make up for the fact that our sales department has bitterly let us down this year and dropped the ball totally. They were too busy selling that goddamn bogus golf tournament, yeah. Selling those promos. That's a problem with our sales department. When it comes to getting us an appearance like in a real place, pretty difficult to do. So I think maybe on a week from Tuesday night, week from tomorrow night, do another pizza loft deal and have a whole bunch of keychains out there. We can raise another 10, 20 grand easy. Easy. If you just do it right. Get the stuff. Don't, oh boy. Here's Fort Myers. Hello.
What's up, Neil?
How you doing, sir?
All right. Happy birthday, George. And,
Happy birthday, George.
All right. Hey, Neil, I got a question. What is going on with Donald Trump? What is it with this idiot trying to do?
Can I give you a 3-letter word?
Oh.
Ego.
I mean, Here's
another 3-letter word. Ass.
I looked at the details of that tax plan.
Yeah.
You know how many people would just flood the stock market to try to get their assets out, move them overseas with that tax?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
sounds good to me.
Well, I mean, I think he's trying to get away with it just because he's rich. I mean,
he's an idiot. He's a moron. He's a vacuum head, okay, who walks around. See, this is the new deal in America. If you got a lot of money, you think all of a sudden you're entitled to be president, whether it's little beady odd Ross Perot or Donald Trump or some of these other assholes or Warren Beatty, whoever
Forbes.
it is. Who's the other one?
Steve Forbes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, forget that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't even have enough common sense to get his zits removed, you know?
It was funny. I was watching C-SPAN the other day, and there were a lot of callers were complaining that Schwarzer, Alan Keyes, isn't getting his due in the media.
He's getting, you know something, the fact that they're putting him on there for even 3 seconds, that's his due and then some. No, he reminds me of that J.C. Watt, the congressman from Oklahoma, that dark-complected ex-football playing Schwarzer from
Oklahoma. My mom was
right-wing, self-hating piece of crap.
What did he used to play for? Wasn't he a football player?
Yeah, I don't know who he played for. I think he's playing with himself a lot lately.
Oh, okay. I know. Well, anyways, because nonetheless, but I'll tell you one thing. As much as I don't like the man, I would not take Ross Perot for granted. I am anticipating that next year he's going to jump out into this thing because money talks and BS walks.
Yeah.
You know that as well as I do.
Ian.
All right. Well, nonetheless, I just want to say.
So what does that mean, though?
Well, just because he's going to take some votes, just like in '92, he's going to take some votes away from some people.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody should take Ross Perot for granted. As much as you and I may not like the man, I think it's foolish to take it for granted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you got somebody about 2 feet tall, it's difficult not to take him for granted. You know what I'm saying? Difficult not to step on him.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, anyways, I just want to say it's obvious to me just on a different note, it's obvious to me what a suckhole Kimbo Camper and Joe Rose are.
Why's that?
Well, just
okay.
Speaking of that,
yeah, he was on a long time before he finally said crap. Yes,
I've already spoken to our winners, so the people calling up going, "Was it me? Did I win? Was it me?"
No.
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 No. No. No. No. No.
Was it you?
No.
You?
No.
Them?
No. No.
These over here?
No.
No, the guy that George already talked to is going to come pick up the tickets. By the way, here they are. So it's all over with. Nice going there, Neil. By the way, you're going to make somebody happy. Who was he? Did he have a daughter or something? Do we know what is it? Do you remember who he was?
Yeah.
He had a daughter?
Some guy with a daughter, right.
Some straight guy?
Sounding.
Ah.
That's what he said.
They all do. Oh, this isn't the guy that had the 16-year-old football playing son that's got a boyfriend. Now, I mean, stop that, will you? Maybe his son really would like to be on a wrestling team instead of the football team, huh? Maybe he's just wrestling with his conscience. Said his son was cute. 20 before 1 at 560 WQAM. The
Good God Almighty! What a humongous! Wow!
You think Black Maryland's done one so right? A big black smell, especially a big shot between your thighs. Screw on. You don't think blackmailing a charity's wrong? You bend over forward and saw anybody with the giant pulsing schlong. Something don't feel right. What froze up your appetite? Did you watch last night? Things on your face tight. Something don't feel right.
Screw you be the bitch I bang tonight. I'll smack your head and bruise up your body the way you like.
All right.
Screw ass. You get my mojo long and strong. Give charity money to OJ and don't care if it's wrong. You blonde and you white. You just be my type. The kind of bitch we like. You know how to do it right. You got a date with OJ tonight. Yo.
1247 at 560 WQAM. I want to tell you that Atlantic City Subs, our good buddy Scott over there, has got great party platters for the holidays. I'll tell you who else has got great party platters for the holidays is our buddy Chuck right over at the Sub Center. If you're over here. Huh? Well, he's got that sign on the side where it used to say for a good time, listen to Neil, but he wants to use it now to promote his holiday stuff. And why not? So that's the Sub Center on the corner of 441 and Ives Dairy Road, our good buddy Chuck, and also our friend Scott over at Atlantic City Subs, which is up there in Hollywood, 3355 Sheridan Street. Great stuff. Unbelievably great. You can smell it probably right over the air now.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Unbeatable. Thanks, Scott. Here's a mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Hello, am I on?
Yes, sir. Sounds like you.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Great.
I'm American Hungarican, and I mean hung as in the origin, not the, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Damn.
And I had a revelation last night,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about religion. I'm wondering, people like Gandhi and Martin Luther King, would they be saints if they were, 2,000 years ago when people were uneducated and no communication, and because it seems like back then
Gandhi might have been because they liked people that dressed like that,
Well, I mean, they liked him for looking under the skirt, not for what he was spouting out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Pope. Same with the Pope. They look like looking under the dress, but they don't want to hear the message.
There you go. Hey, the other one is if he is our father, then that means the Big Bang was when he got his rocks off, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every now and then we have a recurrence. You ever see those volcanoes like in Hawaii?
Oh, wow. So,
There you
I
go.
mean, man, he must have some hot chicks up there. I'm thinking maybe I should turn into a Catholic just to go see if they'll share a little bit with me.
Well, the Catholics got the hot chicks and the altar boys, so take your pick, pal. Have a great
All right.
day. Good luck to you. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a call from Homestead. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
All right. Remember last week you were talking about things you like about your show and things you don't like about your show?
I was?
Maybe not. But
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. How long do you wait for that? Not long enough. Well, of course, he's in Homestead. You know what their middle initial is in Homestead? Yeah. They're not doing quite so well since that hurricane, you know, with all due apologies. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. What a difference in the amount of calls here now is from the first 2.5 hours. You see what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're still calling.
And what are they still calling for?
Women mostly.
Saying what?
I mean, is it too late? Are you still giving the tickets away? Is it too late?
It's too late.
Yeah.
Is it too late?
Yeah.
Are they gone?
Yeah.
Did somebody get them away? Do we have any more?
No.
Okay. Stop. Although I will say this, of course, because we have far more men listening than women all the time, and they outnumber them dramatically, most of the callers we had for the freebies were men. Here's Aventura. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
And I spoke to George before, and I wanted to tell him that happy birthday.
Happy birthday, George.
And also, I miss you from watching you on Whammy. I was talking to George before about that.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know what happened there, but first of all, I think got the best personality in the East Coast. I don't know about the West.
That's what I always say.
You know, I was born down in Mount Sinai Hospital.
So that show was an abortion. That station is an abortion. That station was very much like this radio station. They had something good there, only they didn't know how to present it.
Well, how can we get?
They made no effort. They're like this radio station. They made no effort. They just thought they could throw a bunch of crap on there that people couldn't see, couldn't hear, and just slap it on there, and they would get an audience. It doesn't work that way.
I'll tell you, I'm upset because I've been going to the Dolphin games since 1972. But you can talk about anything to you. And I'm still upset about that game yesterday, but talking to you and listening to you make somebody feel better. Number one, not just about the game. Number two is you have the best personality in that I've ever heard on anybody that's on television or on the radio. Howard Stern's a little wild, but you say what you feel, and that's what this country's all about. Libertism, freedom.
And not for the sucking.
Yeah.
And how can I? My brothers love you, my parents love you. We were watching you on Whammy. How can we get to either who can we call a Whammy or any other television station to get you back on? How can we do that?
It won't happen.
It won't happen.
No.
Do you want to be on TV?
What?
Would you want to be on TV?
No.
You wouldn't want that. Well,
not here.
As long as I can hear you.
What would be the benefit? What is the benefit? The amount of money that I was making from that show, you could stick in your rectum and have change.
Yeah, I don't know if you make more money on TV than the radio. I don't know about that. But
there was no money in that thing. It was like I said, pocket change.
So more on the radio, you're saying?
Of course.
Well, as long as I can hear you, if I can't see you on TV, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're great. You're great.
Okay.
Keep up the great work.
Okay. I'm going to go towel myself off right now. Woo! Heavy duty, baby.
And not for the sucking.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. We got 1,700 open lines here. By the way, bad news. Empty seats cause concern, says Bob McKenzie in the Hockey News. I've been telling you this. A lot of empty seats all over the league. And guess which team is like second to last in terms of the worst attendance drop from last year to this year? Worst is the Washington Caps. They got that new arena downtown. Is anybody going?
No.
No, their average attendance was 17,855 last year in the old joint. This year in their new place, 12,200. They're down 32%.
Boy!
The Washington Craps. 32%.
Boy!
And the fact, of course, they moved downtown where nobody wants to go in D.C., and the fact they got a very boring, trapping team. Anybody want to go see them?
No.
They were just here Saturday. Sure outplayed the hell out of us. Thank God for Trevor Kidd, baby. But Florida, number 26, in other words, the second worst decline in the league. The Panther attendance has declined 17% from last year to this year, from 18,558 average last year to 15,428, which we didn't make on Saturday, by the way. Down 17%, down well over 3,000 a game average. Have we had one sellout this year?
No.
No. And I'll say it again. They've outpriced the public. They've squeezed as much blood as they can get out of a rock, and there's nothing left. Just can't get any more, Wayne. I'm sorry, Baldy, but they haven't got any money left. They hand over to you. Not to mention the crappy food, overpriced. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Naples. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I got it.
You got what? All right.
My keychain.
Great.
After about 2.5 weeks, it finally came. Got it on Friday. I've been having so much fun with this thing. It's unbelievable.
Everybody should have one. I'm amazed that we don't have another box coming in already with at least another 2,000.
I've got a suggestion, if
Yes?
you wouldn't mind. If I would be willing to pay up to another $20 for one of these things, if you could direct the sound that you wanted, the particular sound you were looking for, instead of just pressing it and being at the random selection, the mercy of the machine.
Yeah.
You think that'd be possible?
Well, I don't understand what you mean. In other words, like have different buttons on there? Have like
They maybe have like 4 buttons.
one in each corner?
And 2 modes. And you can switch.
Yeah, that would have been more expensive, and we want to maximize the profit for the charity.
I think people would spend the extra money.
What is it?
I think people would spend the extra money. I know I would.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the Neil Rogers show all over town.
Well, which one did you want most of the time? Like that one or?
I like to be able to come up with the one. I like that.
Yeah.
My daughter likes that one a lot. And, of course, I like Rectum. And,
what did you say? This man just said he likes Rectum. How do you like that? Wow. Better trace this call. Oh, that's okay. You're over on the West Coast. Okay, pal. Keep squeezing away. Good luck to you. Wow, this guy out of control or what? Yeah. Okay, we just heard from one of the Beasleys, obviously. He said he likes Rectum. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. How come the lady in Boca's been on there for like forever? He's had you hanging on here for about 5 hours. Hello.
Oh, I'm just waiting to talk to you, Neil.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind having Backstreet tickets,
Yeah.
but you know what? Couldn't get them.
Damn
Couldn't
it.
do it. You know?
Well, you gave it your best shot.
Well,
Just like that guy in California.
so, something like that. What I'm calling about is the guy preceding me on this line from Fort Myers who was talking about Donald Trump or Chump.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's going on is he's got a book coming out in January. So he wants to play everybody on this presidential deal till February. So that way his book sales will go through the roof and Mr. Trump will make some more money.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the deal with that.
Gee, I can't wait to subsidize Donald Trump. Not.
Exactly.
I mean, he's such a boring guy. I mean, okay, made a lot of money, but so did Ross Perot make a lot of money, and they're both boring.
Absolutely. And if you notice, he needs a hairpiece in the very worst way.
Desperately. He needs to go see Chuck Alfieri badly.
He's got like a 2-foot piece of hair that he twists around his head. I mean,
Right.
what's up with that?
His hair looks like Igor's.
He's more of a Halloween person than a Christmas person.
Right.
That's
Well, you buy the book and let me know how you like it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
12:57 at 560 QAM. Oh, I'm doing a spot. What the hell am I doing here? For Pizza Loft, no less. Whatever happened to our good buddy Jeff Cohen at Pizza Loft that we haven't seen in the Coon's age, huh?
He called this morning
and said,
"Happy birthday! Come over and eat for free."
There you go. Like I said, I think a week from tomorrow we ought to go over to Pizza Loft and do another appearance. Only if we can get a whole bunch of keychains. That's the. How long did it take to get those made up?
100 years. Remember, that was the problem. We kept waiting and waiting. There was all these snags.
Yeah.
If we order a new batch, it's going to at least be another month or that.
Well, can't we look into that? Can we at least make the minimal effort to
Apparently
find out?
people already have, as I was discussing with Carol on
And?
the thing, and no, there's no way that it's going to make it before the end of the year.
Like I said, we won't be at Pizza Loft next week, but
not just the 1 to 2 hour. It's a phenomenon.
My name is Barry, you can call me Barrio. A new style to my hair and black leather everywhere. I could dance the salsa and do the rumba. Though I used to be a star, he's more popular by far. That's why I learned Espanol and moved to Mexico. Now I'm singing my new song on the radio. It's La Copa de la Vida. I'm a hip-shaking, dancing Latino. La Copa de la Vida. Begging your pardon, I'm just like Ricky Martin. It's La Copa de la Vida. I'm a hip-shaking, dancing Latino. La Copa de la Vida. Begging your pardon, I'm just like Ricky Martin. It's La Copa de la Vida. I'm a hip-shaking, dancing Latino.
Okay, get the hook. 103 at 560 WQM. It's our big 1 to 2 hour. Gave away a pair of Backstreet Boys tickets for tonight's big concert at the Macarena. Did we hear from anybody who was at the concert last night, by the way?
No.
Maybe one, I think. And then John Penis, who was in here begging for those tickets, pleading, carrying on like a child. And guess what, John? The answer is still
No.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, 877-785-NEIL, 877-785-6345 on that world-famous America line. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
First off, I want to say, the best sound that you play of man is, I haven't heard it in ages. The one where you're talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, about running up the butt. Do you have that? Do you know which one I'm talking about, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. No, because that's the one that should be on the keychain.
Well, but that's not, what do you mean that should be on a
Well,
keychain? It's a whole long thing.
Well, no,
it's not a
very long.
sound.
Well, that's like a, 3-4 second clip, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for it now. Wait a minute.
Oh, don't worry.
Third down and 2 to go.
35 seconds.
Hand off. Jabbar cuts it back up the middle. Now going left side. He's to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, and jumped out of bounds by Jason Belzer at the 6-yard line. Abdul-Jabbar reversing field and a big first down.
That was blue ribbon effort by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Play was designed to go right up the butt, right up the gut. And he breaks it outside. Quentin Clariot loses containment on that one. What are you giggling about, Billy Bob?
Not me.
Yeah, that's only 35 seconds.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was just thinking, you could put the part where he says Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up the butt and then up the gut.
Or we could use they play like men and they look like women.
That's better.
Yeah, that does satisfy. Like I think a lot of the reporters more like, especially Danny Boy. But I want to let you know.
She fakes orgasms. I fake foreplay.
Yeah, I know that feeling. But what I want to say is that I had to do a speech last week in one of my college classes.
This phone line is like the end of the world, and I'm sure it's your phone, not mine.
Okay, is that a little bit better?
No.
Okay, well, anyways, I had to do a speech last week, and I did it on legalization of prostitution.
Yeah.
And I had some effing bitch say, I used the analogy of Amsterdam, and she said, Amsterdam's a dirty city. I said, F you little whore.
Yeah.
And, they kind of like that.
Well, what do you mean it's a dirty city?
Well, that's what I told her. And you know where she was from? Germany. I was like, yeah, that's a real
And guess what? The Dutch hate the Germans like poison, by the way, sir.
Well, that's what I told her.
They hear somebody speaking German, their hair stands straight up on end. I can't imagine why.
And she was fat, too.
Okay, well, get a new phone and call me back someday. Wow, I feel so much better now we got that buzz off there. Here's the buzz with Lori Hibbard. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello. What just happened there? Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are. Yes, I got my keychain. I went down to see George on Saturday, and had a lot of fun. To that guy that says that it's random, well, if you would just cycle through the drops, it's not random.
Yeah. Well, you see, you're going too fast for him. He's a little bit too slow for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great thing.
I mean, considering the fact that we've never had anything like this before, I think these are spectacular. But leave it to somebody in this audience always have a complaint. It's never good enough. It's never the way they want it. There's not a damn thing wrong with these except that we don't have enough of them.
Yeah. Well, there was a whole box load of them there on Saturday.
Yeah, but they're going like hotcakes, man.
No,
they're going like potato latkes at Hanukkah time.
Wow, isn't that now?
Exactly.
Yep. So, Neil, I was wishing you a Hanukkah Simcha and happy Kwanzaa, too.
Okay, and Zagazun. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Let's give away another pair of tickets. That'll carry us up to 2 o'clock. Yeah, see, if I was smart, I would have done like till about 1:40. No, seriously, I would have just killed the whole Monday. I couldn't do that, though, because I wanted to make sure that we got the winner before, give them enough time to get out here and get the tickets. Because this place, our office might have to close a little bit early today because we'll make up some reason. Because maybe somebody tripped over the tile out there in the hallway. Oh, yeah, we got a few tiles laid down in the hallway out there, that big project we got going. Yeah, we got about 6 tiles out there in the hallway in our 25-year project. Here's a call in Davie. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Been a while since I heard you. It's good to hear your voice again, pal.
Here I am.
3 weeks in the Broward County motel. And if it wasn't for the crackheads and the pot smokers, they'd have about 10%, 90% less business.
Right.
Anyway, I just wanted to say it's good to hear your voice. I survived without becoming a born-again Christian.
Good.
And I'll be seeing you at the hockey game.
Okay, and I understand you're only doing the 5-step program. That's good.
All right.
Have a great day. Okay, there's a guy who got out. Yeah, let's get all those drug people in jail, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's big thing. We got to get everybody that ever smoked that's got like a pin joint in their ashtray. You're all going to jail today
Yeah, man.
for the holidays, just in time. That's what Ken Jenny says. 4,800 open lines, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
Hi, everybody. This is Sin Scully. Are you ready to rumble with me in Las Vegas this Friday night for Slutfest 99? It figures to be a wild time when all the whores and sluts and trailer parks gang from the farthest corners of the U.S. converge on the Vegas Strip to kick off Slutfest 99. I'll be there to give you all the play-by-play action in the oral and anal competition. Some of your favorite sluts and whores will be there vying for cash and valuable prizes. Slutfest 99 is brought to you through the courtesy of Hormel Sausages. Hormel, the name to remember when you want quality wieners. When you think meat, think Hormel, where all beef and pork products are slaughtered right on the premises. As we say at the plant, the sound of squealing pigs is music to our ears. So remember to pencil in the date this Friday night at 10 p.m. for Slutfest 99. This is Sin Scully saying goodbye for now.
114 at 560 WQM. You see the front page of yesterday's Sun Sentinel? Wrong side, mistakes in surgery, shocked board, as in...
Oh, my God.
You see that? 7 of 40 cases heard are connected to errors. Errors? Oh, my God, I made a little bit of a mistake. And then it goes down here and lists some of the nice surgeries that they're doing around here. I'm telling you, man, what have I always told you about iatrogenic diseases, which are diseases or illnesses caused by doctors and in hospitals, and about hospitals being the breeding ground for death, bacteria and death, including new strains of bacteria that they can't get rid of. One of the physicians who is pegged in this deal, Dr. Vincent Hess of Brandon, who operated on a patient's right finger instead of the right middle finger, which suffered from a trigger finger. Reprimanded, fined $5,000 in order to attend continuing education, undergo a quality assurance review, and they gave him the finger. Dr. David Kirk Spirer of Winter Haven made an incision for mastectomy when only a small lumpectomy, and said, these are minor ones. Where's the good ones? Here's a doctor in Clearwater performed an arthroscopic surgery on a wrong knee. Here's Dr. Walter Chong in Beverly Hills, who initiated knee surgery on the wrong knee. Dr. Francisco Borja in Miami, who operated on the rear rather than the front portion of a patient's heel. He operated on his rectum rear. Dr. Danielle Paul Greenwald of Tampa, who operated on the wrong finger. Dr. Horace Norell of Sarasota performed wrong-sided herniated disc back surgery, and a whole bunch of these other things, okay, which you've heard about these stories. They took out the wrong lung. The guy went in there because he wanted to have a cleft palate change or something like that, and they took out his kidney. Just little minor things like that. Yeah. Guy went in there, had like a nut impacted in his tooth. They chopped his nuts off. Just little minor mistakes they make like that. Here's a lady mobile in Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Happy birthday. I have not had the pleasure of listening to you for a while, but I did remember that you had a birthday in November.
5th.
We both share the same month, so
okay. Same to you.
Long felt sentiments. Listen, where's Hendry these days?
Where's what?
Phil Hendry.
Who?
Really? Phil Hendry.
In California, where he has been.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know not he'd stay down here. Okay, enjoy the show when I can listen to it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, get a new phone. Likely story. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure?
Positive. Wow. Here's Naples. Hello.
Neil God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the funny thing is with those doctor stories,
is all the insurance companies would probably pay those claims, pay those doctors right away for those deals. I was calling regarding the keychain. I just had to throw in my 2 cents on the fact that next year, if they get made or whatever, if they could make them so that they run on AAAs or something, because I already burned out my battery.
Really?
Yep. And if you take it apart, it's calling for 3 like watch batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I float the cash for 3 of them, it's about as much as a keychain was to begin with.
It is?
Well, about. So if you stuck a couple AAAs or something in there, I'd be all set, and I could go on my business, squeezing it.
Okay.
Food for thought. Thanks.
We'll work on it. Okay. Okay, they're reinventing the car now is what they're doing. They're reinventing the wheel, the car, the microphone, the telephone, like they're doing here at QAM. A week after a National Academy of Sciences report blamed medical errors for causing more deaths nationwide than breast cancer or highway accidents, Florida's Board of Medicine faced an unprecedented number of surgical error hearings. How do you like that? Let me say it again. More deaths nationwide from medical errors than from breast cancer or highway accidents. How do you like that, huh? As your doctors go and... Huh, how about that? How about them road apples, huh? And by the way, who's this guy from the Today Show? I never heard of this guy. That got busted on drug charges right here in town. Andy
Gadget
Park.
Guru?
The guy, I never heard of him.
Saw him a couple times. He's one of those...
You want to know why I never heard of him? Because I don't watch the Today Show. I wouldn't watch the Today Show if you paid me by the minute. God, is that a bad show?
The wife keeps putting it on.
Why? It's a bad show. She got a thing for Matt Lauer, rhymes with sour,
No, she
rhymes with
before when
ugly.
it was the other guy. Bryant Gumbel.
He's on Channel 4 now. And why, she
always
likes
watched
him?
that show.
She likes him?
No, she just likes those shows with the interviews and crap.
Oh, my God.
Sends me from the room.
It says the gadget guru needs a legal guru. Andy Park, the longtime consumer reporter known for his wacky reviews of electrical gadgets on NBC's Today Show, was charged with felony cocaine possession early Saturday morning, Metro-Dade police said, right here in town. Let's hear it.
Oh!
Another feather in our cap. Every time a jock gets busted for drugs, it's always down there on South Beach, no matter what team they play for, no matter where they do in the world. They're always busted down here. Let's hear it, baby.
Oh!
We got the good stuff.
Oh!
Yeah. Park, 45, was arrested at 3:09 a.m. in Sunny Isles, just north of Miami Beach, was released on $50,000 bond 4 hours later. He initially denied taking money, then said the deal was done by his agent. Yeah, his agent does TV deals and drug deals. What's wrong with that? Here's a mobile in Miami Shores. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, you got me going on CoQ10. I'd like to find out how much you take.
How much do I take?
Yeah.
100 milligrams twice a day.
Okay, that's what I
Morning
wanted
and
to
night.
know. And the results are, as you said, very happy with it.
Yeah,
Thanks a
great,
lot.
great stuff. Okay.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if it's the, well, I'm sure that it's the drug. See, I got everybody off of that drug, and now they're going to blame me for they croak. No, I'm telling you, the cholesterol stuff. That was in that book by Macaulay Culkin. My Life in Drugs with Michael Jackson. Wasn't that the name of the book?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The old ins and outs of the Michael Jackson days by Macaulay Culkin. It said, do not take Pravachol and Zocor and all those other. And I'm back on the Pravachol, and my cholesterol, it's like a miracle, man. So all I can do is report what is going on until they put me in the ground. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
how are you today?
Okay.
I have a spy report for you. There is Lawrence Taylor and Pedro Guerrero, both drug addicts and sellers, are right now playing golf at International Links on 37th Avenue and 14th Street.
Great.
I mean, delinquents attract delinquents, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I got to tell you.
Okay, thanks. Go say hi to OJ. He's probably over there with him, too. And maybe what's his name?
Roy!
Maybe he's hanging out. 400 open lines. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. It's a far cry from when all 9 lines were all lined up for those goddamn giveaways. I think I'm just going to start doing giveaways every day. That's the way to get the phone to ring, whether they work or not. Just do giveaways every day. Everybody's pleasant. Everybody's just racing to the phone. They'll hang on forever. And then the minute that it's over, baby, that's the end of that. Adios. Nice knowing you, fatso. 56705. All those 8 zillion people I see at the Panther games, every game like Saturday night. And I mentioned the thing about the attendance there and about Trevor Kidd and a whole bunch of other stuff. Have they got anything to say about that?
No.
No. Just like I was telling Al Strachan last night on the phone, you can't complain about the hockey knowledge down here because there isn't any. A lot of nice people go to those games. I meet a lot of very nice people there at the Mac Arena every game. But their knowledge about the game is somewhat limited, I think you might say, and they're not learning too fast. It's kind of a slow process. You follow my drift?
Uh-huh.
Slow process, baby. Here's a call from Gainesville. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Did you happen to see the Florida-Alabama football game this weekend?
No, I did not. I was at the Panther game while it was going on.
Oh, well, who are the Panthers playing? I wasn't
Washington Capitals.
Oh, that must have really brought everybody in.
It was okay. We had about 15,000. It was all right.
I've never been to the NCRC. I used to.
Well, so then why do you say that in such a negatory way? Like, I mean, I would grant you the Caps aren't that great of a draw, but it seems that no matter who we play, the attendance is pretty much about the same.
Even if I've never been to the NCRC myself, but I figure, you bring a decent team in a Detroit maybe. Or...
No, they didn't sell out that game. That was the biggest attendance. But the Ranger game, they didn't sell out. The Flyer game, they didn't sell out. We haven't sold a game out this season.
Terrible.
People can't. No, it's not terrible. The people can't afford it. They can't afford the punishment. Number one, it's not a hockey town to begin with. And number two, the public can't afford the punishment. I don't blame them.
Oh, I wanted to let you know that up here tonight, guess who's coming to speak at UF?
Heinrich Himmler.
Almost as good.
Jesse Jackson.
No, not as good as
Give
that.
me a clue.
Who's
with a B?
Bald
Martin
Spot.
Borman. Who is it?
Bald Spot.
Bald Spot, Larry King.
Only $50.
Yeah.
That would have
Ross Perot.
No, Birthmark.
What's his name? Gorbachev.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, he's coming to speak tonight free.
Gorbystein, great. Rub him on the forehead for us.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Well, probably everybody's going to go. It's in the basketball center there, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime thing to see somebody like that who had a lot to do with my generation.
It's a once in a lifetime thing to go see Mikhail Gorbachev.
How many
I'd rather
times?
go see Mikhail Stalenkov.
Who's that?
Okay, listen, have a good time, pal. 56705. Well, he's never been to the Yenta Center. What does he know? He's like the other people down here. They don't know Mikhail Stalenkov from, from Mike Hunt. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, and the toll-free line where we just had that great call from Gainesville. A young man that's going to go see Gorbystein. You know something? He could be speaking at the convenience store over there on Ives Dairy Road. I wouldn't go over there to see him speak. What do I want to see him for? Well, what's the point? Would you go see him?
No, I already know communism's bad.
Well, he knows that too. But I mean, what's the difference? Why
going to add to that?
Why would we want to go see him when we could go see Fidel, who's going to chew us out about that little kid?
He's going to show us.
He's going to stick his cigar in your
Rectum.
You better watch it, mister. That's right, and light it from the inside. Here's a mobile in Pompano. Hello. Mobile in Pompano.
Hey, Neil. Happy holidays, buddy.
And the same to you, sir.
Thank you. I just wanted to call about Zenacol and say a word, if you don't mind.
Yes.
As gross as the ads are and the print advertisements and all, I got to say I've been on it for 1 month, and I have not experienced anything that the ads say.
Thank God for that.
And I am no way, shape,
something, maybe they just say that to attract attention, because everybody and their brother is talking about Zenacol now, just because of those ads.
Well, no way, shape, or form do I have anything to do. I don't even know who the hell the company is that makes it, but I've been extremely happy with it. When you feel the urge, you've got plenty of time to find a nice, clean bathroom. It's not like you have to rush right away.
To the first hole in the ground.
Well, it's also, if you stick to the diet the doctor puts you on, you have nothing to worry about. I take it once at night at dinner, and I haven't had any problems. And I think where the problem lies are the people that binge and have go out and order a pizza with double cheese, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are going to wish that they have a TV in the bathroom. And
right.
But if you follow your diet, I mean, it's great right now. I just hope a couple of years down the road it's not another fen-fen type thing. But it's helping me miraculously right now.
Okay, well, keep it up, pal.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Stay near the house. 126 at 560 WQM. Anybody else out there taking Zenacol? Oh, that's right. I forgot. If they are, they probably don't have time to get near us unless they got the portable phone in the magic room. Here's the best news in the world. If anybody wants any more Backstreet Boys tickets,
Ray Whitney has a pair.
spreading disease. Start spraying today, 'cause all our bugs are infected. New York, New York. Encephalitis. Don't want it, no way. Don't go outside, 'cause I'll get bit. New York, New York. All right. I want to find out where they came from and give them back. I've got a pretty good guess. Probably Iraq. They're out of control, these damn mosquitoes. Ain't going away. We're gonna make the best of it in old New York. They're spraying everywhere. Can't even breathe the air. They took over New York, New York. Listen, mosquitoes, get out of my town.
Yeah, that's all they have to do is have Rudy Giuliani ban him, man. Oh! 132 at 560 WQM. Here's the great news from today, which is all part of...
That's the American fucking way.
A 13-year-old middle school student wounded 4 of his classmates this morning. Before being subdued with a gun still in his hand, authorities said. A 5th student reportedly suffered bumps and bruises. How's that thing go? Bumps and bruises can... how's that go? Sticks and stones will hurt your bone. Something like that. The wounded were taken to hospitals in Tulsa and Muskogee. Oh, that's a good southern name, isn't it? Muskogee? None of the injuries appeared life-threatening, thank the Lord. Thank...
Oh, God!
He doesn't even know who it was that he shot, said Muskogee County Sheriff's Deputy Terry Craig, who spoke to the boy briefly in the isolation cell at the county jail. This wasn't a hate thing. I asked him why. You know what he said? He asked him, why did you do it? You want to know the answer? Wait till you hear this.
I don't know.
Why'd you shoot him?
I don't know.
Why'd you do it?
I don't know.
What's it all about?
I don't know.
How much is 1 and 1?
I don't know.
Your mama?
I don't know.
Details of the capture were unclear. Craig said the boy was still trying to pull the trigger when 4 Gibson officers arrived. He was still trying to pull it. Superintendent Steve Wilmot said he understood a science teacher grabbed the gun from the boy and pressed him against the brick wall. Had a way to go, baby. Craig said the boy did not appear remorseful and had a blank look on his puss. He was looking around the cell when Craig saw him. I understand he just got there and decided to start shooting, pulled out a gun and started shooting. And guess what? If he wouldn't have had a gun, he wouldn't have been able to shoot it. Yeah, 13-year-old boys with guns. There you go, all you gun huggers, you squeezers, you crazy people, you crazy freaking Americans out there, you gun lovers, you bullet suckers. Nice, there you go. Day after day after day, week after week after week. And what are we worried about? Have we heard from that Mars lunar? No. I haven't heard from that thing yet. Here's a lady mobile in Boca. Hello.
Yeah, hi Neil. How
Yes,
you doing?
ma'am. Great.
I followed you onto the Atkins diet,
Right.
and real high cholesterol, and I was told that this would help get it down.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? You went off it. And this medication seems to be working for you now.
Yeah.
Advice: stay on it. Losing weight, but cholesterol right now is sky high. Did yours ever go down from it?
But when I first did the Atkins, it went down, way down. It went down to like 180.
Wow.
Uh-huh. For
All
some
right,
people, some people it goes way down. Other people, it doesn't work.
All right.
Well, how high is your cholesterol?
303.
Oi!
Not for you then.
No. How long did it take for yours to drop?
Month or two.
Okay, I'm only on like 3 weeks.
Yeah. What was your cholesterol when you started?
I probably somewhere around the same. I don't think it's changed at all.
Oh.
But
Well, what kind of a doctor have you got?
Yeah, one that's watching. If I get into him on time. I don't want to drop dead though before the cholesterol drops.
Yeah. Well, isn't he going to put you on anything for it?
Yeah. In fact, I came from blood work today. What's the name of the stuff you're on?
Pravachol.
Pravachol. All right. I will mention it to him. No side effects, huh?
Not yet.
How long you been on it?
Except for this burning, oozing feeling I have in these loose, oozy stools. But other than that,
No, that's Xenical.
and my head
You're on the
spinning
wrong
around.
Stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, sweetheart.
Thanks.
I've been on the Atkins diet since, let's see, what time is it now? Since about 9 o'clock last night. That's 12, and 4 is 60. 16 hours and 37 minutes I've been on the Atkins diet. Never felt better. Actually, I don't feel all that great, you know. I think those 3 donuts I had Friday. Hey, you Dunkin' Donuts people, you know, you got quite a sense of humor. I was only joking about bringing in jelly donuts for Hanukkah. They're good guys, but they're trying to kill me. First with that heavy, you know, that's very good. That breakfast sausage patty thing they make with like less than 16 patties on it would be good.
I asked them for the short stack.
Jesus Christ, have you ever seen a patty melt? Man. Whew. People trying to kill me with food. I'm getting really tired of it. We love our friends at Dunkin' Donuts, but stop bringing the goddamn donuts in here for diabetics. Are you people crazy? And they said, if you don't eat at least 3 of them, we're going to be pissed off. And so I did. And my mother, by the way, never heard of that. Of jelly donuts on Hanukkah. She never heard of that. She said she thinks it's another Bubba Micey. And if anybody knows your Bubba Miceys, here's a mobile in Cooper City. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Went to my first hockey game the other night at the Macarena.
Oh, Saturday?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Not really too bad. I had seats 121, 3 rows off the ice. It was pretty good. But the asshole in front of me insisted on talking on his mobile phone half the night and waving to people that he knew in the audience.
Then definitely got to take care of him.
Well, in any event, I just wanted to tell you that I enjoyed watching the Capitals, and I enjoyed watching the game, and I enjoyed hockey because of you. And to that asshole in front of me, your wife looks pretty good. Next time, send her to the arena alone.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, Trevor Kidd was great. The arena was very enthusiastic about the spectacular performance of Trevor Kidd, our great goaltender, who's playing better than he ever has in his life. Nice going there, Trevor. Thank God for him. Other than the 2 goals we got, other than that, it was pretty desperate. I mean, really desperate. But we won the game. That's all that counts. We won. We won. Us. We feel better about us. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line and that out-of-town line. Other than that call from Gainesville, which was pretty marginal at best, 877-785-6345. Tomorrow we're giving away tickets to last year's concert. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the paper says this is the first time the Backstreet Boys have been in South Florida. Is that correct? Another mistake. Some of us saw them at the Pneumonia Palace up there at the Coral Sky Amphitheater last spring, okay, up there in West Palm Beach, which last time I checked is still South Florida. Just mistake after mistake after mistake for the land of the free and the home of your grave. What kind of a line is that, Susan Rose Schwartz, whatever your name is there in the Herald? Can't get anything right.
Don't know what it is, but it's moving.
Sound familiar, by the way? We apologize in advance for this lame bit.
Well, where, oh, where can her killer be? Why don't they arrest the Ramseys? There's no way that these people should still be free. Had to be done by someone in her family. Well, it's been a few years, it's been quite a while. They haven't brought no one to trial. They have no leads, so they say, if I was them, I would ask OJ. No one was there except her family that night. Something stinks bad, something ain't just right.
Oh, man.
Who are these cops? I'd like to see. Are they from the Police Academy movies? Well, where, oh, where can her killer be? Why don't they arrest the Ramseys? There's no way that these people should still be free. Had to be done by someone in her family.
Oh, man, that is so bad. I mean, so bad. I just thought that like for demonstration purposes. 146 at 560 WQAM. Just goes to show you, man, it's getting really desperate out there in the free world. Here's a mobile in North Miami. Hello.
Neil, you were talking about your cholesterol medicine.
Yeah.
Did I hear you say something? There's other things you can take that will offset it?
Offset what?
Well, instead of taking
Are we doing a doctor show now? I'm not a doctor. What does that mean?
No, some guy called you up and asked you how many milligrams a day you were taking.
No, it wasn't. That had nothing to do with cholesterol. It's CoQ10. That's for your heart. It has nothing to do with cholesterol.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cholesterol medicine because I'm on it and I'd like to get off it.
You're on what?
I'm on Zocor now.
Huh?
I'm on Zocor now.
And how is it doing for you?
It's doing great. I don't have any problems.
So then what's the problem?
My cholesterol was high.
How high was it?
270, 280.
And what is it now?
220, 210.
That's not so good. What's the big deal with that?
Well, beats the hell out of 280.
Yeah.
I was on Prevacol, and that quit working. And then he switched me over to this Zevacor or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then that quit working, and he says, well, double up every other day.
Oh, you know what you need to switch to?
Yeah.
A new doctor.
Yeah, maybe.
Find a real doctor, pal. Find somebody that ain't going to take off the wrong nut, please, before it's too late. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Welcome to the Neil the Doctor Show. Love that CoQ10, baby. Love that anti-homocysteine formula. Nothing worse than having a high homo level. Here's a mobile in Weston. Hello.
Hi, Neil. First-time caller. Happy Hanukkah.
I'm back to you, sir.
I'm a doctor on Zenical.
You're a doctor on Zenical?
Yeah. And the way it works, actually, is instead of the that being absorbed in the lining of the intestine, it's absorbed in the lining of your pants.
Right.
And,
that's a good place to trap it.
Yeah. And I've had several Zenical moments, and doing my impression of the Exxon Valdez.
Uh-huh.
And it is dependent on what kind of fat content you have in your diet, and if you cheat and have a higher fatty meal.
So in other words, if you eat a lot of lettuce all day, you should be okay?
Then it's a waste. Don't even bother taking the pill because it only blocks 1/3 of the fat. So don't even waste a pill unless you're going to have something that's...
So in other words, the only thing that this drug does is it blocks fat. It's a fat blocker?
That's all it does.
It's a fat blocker for alta cockers? Right.
Yeah, I'm a Florida native and listening to you for a long time, but I've been in the Detroit area for the last 4 years. And just before I left, they changed the format of one of the FM stations up there. It's all FM talk now.
Yeah.
And that was a great format change. I wish they'd do that down here now.
Oh, listen, these programmers down here, I mean, they're clueless. We should have had talk on FM here about 20 years ago. But
well, they had
I did it on Zeta for a year. That's the only time we ever had it down here. We kicked everybody's ass for a year. We were number one in every demo. We had living and breathing people. We were kicking ass, and that was the end of that.
I remember that. You're from up there, that area, weren't you?
I lived there, yeah.
Yeah, there was absolutely no talk whatsoever. And now that they changed the format of this, it's 24 hours a day, all talk. You know, they have the Lycus on it.
Lycus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
I'm sitting here in Miami rotting away on a festering radio station with a bunch of incompetent assholes running this place, and people like Tom Lycus are syndicated all over the I just must have done something wrong.
Amazing.
Where's Saul Foose when I need him? Let him out, please, just for a couple of weeks.
Oh, would I love to see an all FM talk here.
Right.
It'd be wonderful. Well, it's good talking to you for the first time.
Okay.
And we'll get back with you. Have a good one.
And Zagazun.
You too.
What happened to my old friend Dick Purton, by the way? I haven't heard from Dick in a long time, huh? Maybe he's not going over there to Sanibel. Maybe he finally discovered how boring it is. You think that could be the problem?
Uh-huh.
It's 11 till 2. We got Hank Goldberg at 2. We got Hank with Nat Moore, with the award-winning Nat Moore from yesterday's game. At least somebody won something here locally yesterday. It was Nat Moore.